Grand Rising. Power to the motherfucking people. Flat motherfucking power. We're gonna start this off like we always do by shouting out the sponsors and playing some music. Let's go. Hopefully everybody having a beautiful Wednesday. After morning, still morning. Let's go.
Class in session, so it's time for you to get the notes. The quickest way to sell your soul is when you niggas vote. This shit I'm kicking is forbidden, better listen, bro. A politician preaching love is the biggest joke. See what they do is use the shit as a tool. Got us focused on these fools and putting shit in our food. Fighting to free your mind is kinda hollow but true. The system make you a zombie if you follow the rules, so we rebel. But not too many live it to tell, till they find the cheat code using digital scales. Paradise is aborted when the mission is failed. Heaven and hell collide like prison and jail. And you don't need religion just to say you awake. You even dumber than you look, you think you came from an ape. Religion needs science, science need religion. One tell a story and the other paint the picture. But listen, nigga, if you dig a little deeper, you can find that little rabbit in the mother of the reaper. I'm the best for a reason. There's a message in the speaker. When the cosmos talking, that's a blessing from the ether. One day I met the devil for real and made a deal with him. Told him all I want is the money and kept it real with him. Came in the form of a thought, I couldn't build with him. Shit I was selling the fiends was really killing them. Your gun bars ain't much if your gat don't shoot. I'm strapped and bulletproof like the Batman suit. All it take is one snap to have my enemies killed. The laws of space and time, I can bend them at will. Yeah, I'm in the world that some of y'all have not seen, and living on the page that some of y'all cannot read. And right now they probably calling me cheap, cause I decided it's enough and now I finally speak. Tell you the truth, I don't trust people who cheat. It's deeper than having sex, you give birth to deceit. If you see where this is going, this is true as can be. If you lie to the ones you love, then you do it to me. The cold word is rainy night. Niggas get wet outside, but ain't no rain in sight. They wonder where this come from. Ascension when it's all done. No reason to believe in a God. When you become one, you understand. You could get it the same. Niggas will double cross you if you get them the fame. My soul ain't for sale just to get in the game. It's dangerous, homie, just remember the name.
Part two, Grand Rising, everybody. Hope they prepared. What's good, brother?
700 years, and I carry the youth.
They just wanna keep us asleep. I know this shit suck, but when the fuck when niggas wake up, I know this shit tough. Every other step you take, you get your foot stuck. Cause they go and show you the fly with some niggas pushed up. Religion is a part of the system, my nigga, listen. If you ain't got control of your soul, then you's a victim. The Pope all over the net with politicians. The same politicians who sleeping with little children. Time to make them pay for what they did to the youth. But freedom of speech is nothing when they censoring truth. You ain't gotta show shit when you live in the proof. Giving support to your oppressors, man, you niggas is goofs. Time to fight fire with fire, get on some nigga shit. Time to get back what they stole, all of our innocence. Some people hate the way that I talk, this shit be spicy. I say a bunch of shit that ain't true, it isn't likely. They try to say your vision ain't true, but with your sight see. The best way to tear you apart is through your psyche. I give it to you real, what you need me to say. Ask the world leaders about the oath they secretly take. It's a plan that they got to keep us legally slaves. Paid labor overwhelming when you needed a break. If you think that I'm just talking, then bitch, you lost. It's a war going on like rich versus poor. The rich keep getting rich while your broke ass starve. Feeding you little pennies at that punk ass job. Thinking cause you get it in tax, you need that income. Really, I'm just stating the facts cause niggas been dumb. Your emotions are controlled by a system. Cause when I make a song full of hate, niggas listen. When I make a song about love, niggas skip it. They both from the soul, so really ain't nothing different. Today you gotta give it a fight to make the hate stop. Niggas on that ignorant shit gon' get a face shot. Believe what you wanna believe. A lot of niggas snakes, only going off of belief. A lot of shit is fake with 2 cans blazing. I'm ready for damnation. So tell a slave master I'm burning the plantation. You fuck niggas like to throw pain but can't take it. So all during war these flames remain sacred. Barrel to the root of your tongue, you niggas tasteless. Lights flying over your head, it ain't a spaceship. The reason why we fully equipped was information. It led us on the path that got us out of the matrix. Unity is power beyond, we should embrace it. But you could never bathe in the truth when you were racist. Speeding off what you was taught, then the brakes slip. Then you see it's nothing you thought, that shit is dangerous. A lot of people died for what? That shit was aimless. It's kinda like a video game, it took stages. Just make sure these lanes remain nameless. Hood politics part 2, my name dangerous.
Let's go network, man. Poison Puppet. Much love to my brother Poison Puppet in the motherfucking house, man. Shout out my network family, man. Y'all know what it is. Hopefully everybody's good today, man. This Wednesday morning.
This that Nickelodeon, Mary Jane and opium. Fresh from the FedEx chest, we got a load of them. Yeah, tear this shit down like depression. The moral of the story is you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is cold to turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder, have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will. You cry. When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to the earth like a mill drill. They taught you to lie to your kids with Santa. I verse in the AI now and got the answer. Don't kill yourself trying to be me with the tanner. My eagle love getting blown like a blammer. I'm biased to the low comprehension, cause people claim both to get a mention. You cry. And we don't wanna hear that. Keep that over there. Gotta do better. That's if you knew better. But I don't wanna bore y'all with the talk. Back to regular schedule showgramming. Executive sessions. Welcome to the upper echelon of Megatrons. Of Megatron. And it's dangerous. Laugh now, cry later. Can that fly shit you talk manifest when you falling from a skyscraper? A headshot could be a mind changer. I'm just a nigga that could hustle the hustle, getting my side paper. You know it's over when the non-sprayer. Oh, we robbing everything that you got. We operate as personality, just like your chain. It got finger, but the bullets like the ice in your drink. They shot chasers, too much talking. You going in places these cops take us. Prison is a mental design for time chambers. Procrastination is a disease for time takers. When it's war, they could never be law for line makers. Suck ahead, be stupid and cross and die. Player got the 4/5, waving you down like hi hater. When your soul leave earth, you could let the sky take it, cause you thought shit was sweet. Laugh now, cry later.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. It's getting scary for you niggas out here, man. I know y'all feeling the pressure. This network shit, this shit real, man. Ain't nothing but real shit over here, nigga.
Well, I keep doing what I'm doing.
Chris Cyphers just gave y'all the dome shot. Dangerous just put you niggas in a body bag. And now I'm about to bury you niggas, man. Yo, I'm back riding again. Dangerous and Cyphers, we gon' have to body him then. Yeah, these niggas done. We gon' have your whole crew on the run. This ain't a game, you niggas lame. Come and catch this flame, we ain't built the same. You niggas just like the cap for fame. The 40'll make your soul glow. Silencer on the end of the barrel, where the smoke blow. I need a heat check, Lily from the logo. Smoking shop, you can smell my mojo. Fucking with Drake Cobb, that's a no-no. This that big 3, Boss Brown and D-Wade. Looking to let the heat spray. We pull up to your block like it's D-Day. We ain't playing, nigga, this ain't EA. We like wolves when the nigga see prey, and move like Neo when the nigga see strays. I type to kill the competition, chuck the deuces, nigga, on the replay. Didn't cheat, I'm moving past you, nigga. I chuck the deuces on the replay. But y'all know what it is, man. Chris Cyphers, Dangerous, Trey Cobbs, man. This network shit ain't nothing but real shit over here, man. Nothing but real. You already know. Y'all knowing how we get down, Joe. Network, nigga. Network forever, nigga.
Forever, nigga. As long as I'm breathing, I'm networking.
In other news, Georgia residents are going to be happy to hear this. It just came out.
There's for the commercial. Let's get past that. Part 3, hood politics. Yeah. And like I said, I am going to put the link in the chat in case somebody want to come up, man.
I can't kick it with you for a minute. Check it out. Shit getting out of control, I mean we been there. Hate, they disguise it as love, we call it sincere. They took us to a place where ain't none of this shit clear, and we just look stupid, wondering how we get here. This government got us in chains cause they don't love us. They got us separated by gangs over some colors. What hurts more is we keep trusting these motherfuckers and putting bullshit that they say over each other. It's a bad world. Many cry in this sad world. A unicorn is compared to a black girl, or any child when you mix it, making life swirl. Gems meet a diamond and dance to make the ice swirl. Nigga, don't waste your time trying to hate on me. If you can't deal with your pride, then stay away from me. I don't fuck with none of that dumb shit. You heard that? Don't believe we live on a globe, nigga. The earth flat. First you gotta love yourself, then take the earth back. Find what's really important and make it worth that. Too much time in your hands lead to a dirt nap, but niggas don't keep the same energy to exert that.
What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give him? My brothers and sisters, we have to put a stop to this, and it will never be stopped until we stop it ourselves.
Mind over matter, but none of that'll matter when in life you're trying to climb and a nigga pull a ladder. Believing in the myth when reality is shattered. The lies never end unless you serve it on a platter. America made you a slave, then call you monster. Erase everything that we paved and say we conquered. Willie lynching is a system that really harmed us. It raped women, left children without their fathers. America, land of the free, home of the great. America, cage of the beast, home of a snake. But the fight don't stop when you gone. This shit a marathon. Everything they touched in this world, they made it terraform. The best piece of advice, stay about these pigs sight. Fuck what goes on in the street. Nigga, just live life. You only get one of those, nigga. Don't play with that. Trying to dance away in the dark and never make it back. We got a lot of loving to do. Shit is getting worse. Hate run deep in these roots. It's like the shit is cursed. Murder everything you can name. The world gone berserk. Pedophilia real as fuck. It's even in the church. Music, we've been flaming it. No, it ain't no game with it. Just know I put my soul on the beat when you banging it. This is for the shit that I see and won't play with it. Hood politics part 3. My name Dangerous.
They attacked the victim.
If nobody hit the link when I put it out,
criminal who attacked the victim accused the victim of attacking him. This is American justice. This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me.
Going over here to my nigga Sanchez, man. Shout out my Flat Power family, man.
This is how we grew our podcast to over 10,000 listeners.
Get rid of them commercials. They gonna make me pay that $15 a goddamn month. Trying not to. Shout out my Flat Power family, man. But yeah, I love Dangerous message. That's why I play it. That's why he's a sponsor over here. The network, man. We networking over here, OGB. We building the networking, brother.
Inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
You know we're gonna take this shit back, right?
Outside in, inside out.
You know we're gonna take this shit back, right? One more time for my niggas.
Yeah.
Outside in, inside out.
You know we're gonna take this shit back,
You know
right?
we're gonna take this shit back, right?
Inside out.
Merc Heights, I see you.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Republican, Democrat, Republican. All of them niggas hustling, so it ain't no trusting them. You've been voting all your life and still suffering. Student loans, daycare fees, sisters be juggling. Divided by the powers, poisons got us perishing. Got you niggas walking around thinking y'all Americans. Obama got you fooled, you thinking he the Messiah. When the truth is, all of these presidents barbarians. Life's short, but you trying to get your paper tall. All I'm doing is revealing lies they say to y'all. Back in the day, I would probably put that K to y'all. Now I'm saving y'all, and plus I'm chilling with baby doll. Maybe y'all will understand sooner or later, before they depopulators and the oceans turn to vapors. Got me ready to blaze up like every night I'm burning herb. Trapped inside this matrix, thinking how they done turned this world
Outside in, inside out.
Damn, they done turned this world.
Outside in, inside out.
Real.
Outside in, inside out.
Everything
Telling the
corrupt.
truth.
Outside in, inside out.
Everybody's scamming.
Inside out.
Some real revolutionaries, we don't fold. I'm in the crib watching Malcolm playing Neo Soul. They get killed for jackets and buried for sneakers. I done came across some of the scariest creatures. For real, a lot of these dudes I don't care for. On Facebook posting pics of kids they don't care for. Therefore, it ain't no settling like the pilgrims. Hard living, and the prison's a large system. POs on the same team as state prosecutors. Free your mind, it ain't a choice, you gotta do it. Cause the judge and the goddamn lawyers be barbecuing. According to this constitution, you not a human. Freedom thrown away by plea deals they take. Rap beefs is fake. Meek Mills and Drake got me on Mary J. Every night I'm burning herb, looking at all this hate, thinking how we done turned this world
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
For real. Shit is terrible.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Take a trip to Egypt to go and view the monuments and watch them ask you who built them. Now that's common sense. Ask me marching to DC. It's some funny shit. Making demands to the people you spend your money with. You lack consciousness. I'm trying to get your head right. On this road to success, you gotta run red lights. My middle finger was replaced with a fist when I found out the matrix exists. And anyway, what's a middle finger that's waved in the wind versus the unity of a fist and a nation of men? Lies on the news, pausing in the food y'all eat. The White House just a house, the power's on Wall Street. Niggas thinking Jordan, sisters thinking abortion. Man, this shit is sad like notes from an organ. Got me smoking my portion. Every night I'm burning herb, all this pain I'm absorbing. Thinking how they done turned this world
Outside in, inside.
Hey, real quick, my brother, Poison Puppies. You already probably, I know, let me see. Got you. I'm gonna play that too. I got you, my brother, Poison Puppet. I got you. The video that Bat played about the brother confronting Kamala Harris about reparations. Can you put that in the chat, please? I got the other one. I saved it already. We're gonna go to that first. But the brother that Bat was playing that called Kamala Harris out, I guess at the last platform she was at. Could you put that video in the chat, please? And we're going to talk about that. Shout out to that brother, man. Shout out to that good brother, man. You know, and we need to stand behind brothers like that. that's genuine and that's for the betterment of our people who want change around here, who's willing to call out these so-called politicians or agents. Shout out my brother Hurricane. Much love and respect, my brother. I got you. Give me a second. Shout out my brother Old Dude. But yeah, man, I try to find that video where the brother confronted Kamala Harris at one of these events that they have talking about reparations. He did more in that one video than FDA, ADOS, all these other so-called groups that's pushing for reparations, man. That's why I'm giving that brother a pat on his back, man. Giving him some roses while he alive, man. We need more people to get behind that brother. I'm willing to get behind that brother. You know what I mean? And demand some change. You know, these motherfucking people that just giving their vote away for nothing. That's insanity. Make these people give you some tangibles. You wanting to be in office? And y'all know I'm a non-voter. I'm a non-voter. I'm saying I don't believe in the corporation. I think they're all corrupt. They will never do nothing for their people. They oath it to the corporation. But since they talking about, you know, tangibles for voting, yeah, you got to give us something and not nothing. You know, no fictitious holiday. We need some tangibles. We need some bread. We've been discriminated against in the past. We've been experimented in the past and present. Crimes against humanity, genocide. Yeah, we need to talk about all that and get behind that brother that, you know, that basically confronted Kamala Harris. We need more brothers like that to stand tall, not to be afraid to have their voice heard. But we're going to continue. That was just one of the topics. Like I said, the link's pinned. Anybody can join. Everybody got a voice over here, even if we disagree. You know what I mean? If you for networking or power to the people, then this your platform. Because over here, we're about power. We're about solutions. So let me play my nigga Sanchez.
Out.
Yeah, outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Shit
Like I
is
said,
crazy.
we're about power. The power of the
Outside in, inside out.
Shout out my brother.
Fuck the TV.
I got you, my brother.
Outside in, inside out.
My Philly brother, I got you.
Inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
My brother,
Outside in, inside out.
Much love and respect.
On here, watching.
You already modded up, my brother.
Outside in, inside out.
Bullshit.
Outside in, inside out.
You know we gonna take back control of this motherfucker, right? Let's go. We going over here. Like I said, the power.
Managing multiple credit cards can feel like you have
The power of influence. Shout out my nigga Demon Time DJ, man. It's about power.
I'm like a 40 cal fed in that Fuego. Now ask me how my day go. I guess this is the way it go. Soon as I can way it go. I like my ops jealous.
Yep.
I like my shooters overzealous. I break some bread with the fellas. Them bank tellers, only thing they can tell us. See, my prices just went up, it's on the high side. Your jewelry on the dry side. No drip. Piranhas versus the fly side. Better off from God's side. Black mob tie. I get too tired, get your mom tired. Check your life so I can slide. It's a homicide. I'ma forever shine, forever shine. I'ma forever shine, forever shine. I'ma forever shine, forever shine.
Power of influence. That's what we're about.
I'ma forever shine, forever shine.
As the world turns, my words spread like germs. Stand on my two firm, first jewel that I learned. Quick on the jab, they call me Thomas Hitman Hearns. I pull up when you're trapped with the gat on my lap, big worm. Don't play with my emotions, Smokey, you'll get burned. Get your shit knocked to the curb, I just uttered the word. Old head stuck in his ways. What can I say? Dutch master, gorilla cookie, caught in my grave. I'm the best kept secret, possess no weakness. All gas, no brakes, face a fucking extremist. Lyrical lunatic, back on my bullshit. Swag like my dad in the ball, his gorgeous. Ain't nothing fucking with face. Only play when the risk is great. Stakes is high. Face with that verbal ammo, that's word to wild. I'm the wild card, get called whenever's a problem. Big bro, green light you, then you become a talker. It's plain and simple. Self-contains most dangerous member. Killer instinct like Cinder. Aim like Damian Lillard. I'm full of power, you can feel it.
I'ma forever shine, forever shine. I'ma forever shine, forever shine. I'ma forever shine, forever shine. I'ma forever shine, forever shine.
Get ready. Shout out my brother Live and Learn and my brother Hurricane, man. In the motherfucking house, man.
When shit hit the fan, ain't no time for no running. Everybody already know the storm coming. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Girl.
When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When shit hit the fan, ain't no time for no running. Everybody already know the storm coming. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Living legend, carry weapons, I am the lethal weapon, steady prepping all my weapons. About to teach a lesson, who you checking? About to pull out my Smith and Wesson, shoot you in your head, you dead. Time for another lesson, got the shot it, knocking bodies, killing everybody like a hobby, leaving bloody bodies in fucking lobbies. Tell somebody if you want to, you little snitch, you will make it down the line. Little stupid bitch, who is this? Make a fed is playing hero, burning yes alive, play the foot like a mirror, fucking up the dollar, I gotta get this the Nero. Hacking everything, get cryptic ones and zeros. Fucking crypto, you tryna bag me in info. Fucking so good to put some bombs and some benzos. War leader, yo, getting killed with the heater. The hurricane is the reaper. Can't take the leech.
When shit hit the fan, ain't no time for no running. Everybody already know the storm coming. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When shit hit the fan, ain't no time for no running. Everybody already know the storm coming. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Neural weapons, hacking brain waves, absorb the essence, coalescing. With the energy, make a bigger weapon, everything be destroyed. I am the fucking storm, elemental spiritual form. You people getting warned, better run. Look out, because here I come. Having
the last time I checked, the last thing was going on with the war. They was threatening each other, and they gave them a deadline. That deadline is either one pass or it's about to come any day now. They in negotiations, but they still, doing little acts of war to each other, sending drones, blowing shit up. United States still backing Israel, fucked up. And some of our people still believe, in this corporation. Sad.
fun. To this whole world, the kingdom come. Every fed get decapitated, decided to say it. Even fed up in the building that is dilapidated. Exacerbated.
Shout out my brother, keep Lamont. Much love, respect to you and the family.
they be perpetrating, kill them all. Got the reppin' to make them all dissolve. Kill the evil on this planet, then your problem solved. Final call, middle finger to the fucking law. Alphabet boys, I'm getting ready to ball of y'all. World leaders, they getting killed with the heat of the hurricane. It's the breathing and came here to delete you.
When shit hit the fan, ain't no time for no running. Everybody already know the storm coming. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When shit hit the fan, ain't no time for no running. Everybody already know the storm coming. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When shit hit the fan, ain't no time for no running. Everybody already know the storm coming. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When shit hit the fan, ain't no time for no running. Everybody already know the storm coming. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Probably 1 or 2 more songs. We gonna get it started. And links in the chat in case anybody want to tap in, man. You got a business or something you want to promote? Email me, text me, call me. I'm hard to reach. My number is out there. Links in the chat right now. Any topic.
Yeah. They killed Malcolm X, they killed Martin Luther, they killed Emmett Till, lied on by his accuser. They dropped freaks of guns, Chicago, Illinois, then pushed Chief Keef to influence little boys. They say it's just music, but nah, it's much deeper. They brainwash our kids by what's coming through their speakers. They push Sexy Red, baby mama drama. They glorify her actions, but they ignore her trauma. CIA, FBI, 3-letter orgs. Seek and destroy, left us weak and ignore. Snap the umbilical, watch the blood leak from the cord. Then they push rounds of shots to our babies, we at war. I asked my mom, cause Jesus really save us. We send our kids to the same people that enslave us. Power is convert, whole system racist. They said we came off boats so the Asians could replace us. That's too deep for niggas. Listen up, I'm trying to teach these niggas. Gun on my waist because these crackers wanna bleed a nigga. But really, I'm just trying to reach my niggas. But before I reach my niggas, I might have to reach for niggas. Sad case when you see your brother as your enemy. Christmas time in the projects, ain't had no chimney. Guards on the window, Santa can arrive. Saying guards that couldn't keep Zahir alive. This was back in 05, when I was in the spas. Seen a kid laying lifeless, he was only 5. Looked over, seen the pain in his brother's eyes. I had nightmares for months, I was traumatized. CIA, FBI, 3-letter orgs. Seek and destroy, left us weak and ignore. Snap the umbilical, watch the blood leak from the cord. Then they push rounds of shots to our babies, we at war. They killed Fred Hampton, they killed Bobby Hutton. They killed Trayvon Martin, he ain't do nothing. They bombed Greenwood, and that was on site. Latino games, even winning bomb Braun Hike. They say black and brown, but they don't really mean it. They only unify with us when it's real convenient. We always take the bait. Where's the self-respect? It's crazy, everybody benefit from our neglect. You land an opportunity, I land of our oppression. They passed the Cellar Act just to teach blacks a lesson. Right after the civil rights, one hell of a timing. The bill would flood immigrants just to undermine us. But that's too deep for niggas, hold up, I'm trying to teach these niggas. Gun on my waist because these crackers wanna bleed a nigga. But really, I'm just trying to reach my niggas. But before I reach my niggas, I might have to reach for niggas.
Shout out my nigga Job Brick, man.
Niggas died 1865, 65.
Yeah.
65.
We're about to
Alright, man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
Blazing on the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled, highway ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hot and black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. And being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. We the guard to the gate. So when they say they fear God, now you know what they made.
Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some. Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down. Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some. Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down.
Every day my niggas dying, they don't know the truth. How the hell you close to God, we don't know it's you. Yo, how the hell you supposed to survive, we don't know the shoot. He should've died, you let him slide, cause he look just like you. I tried to tell him all skin ain't kin. Everybody ain't your partner, everybody ain't your friend. How the hell they supposed to help when they the ones that put you in?
Shout out my nigga Juice in the building, what's good? My brother D.I. Warren, Black motherfucking power, much love to both of y'all brothers, man.
My higher self said we should choose a main guy. My lower want these motherfucking bodies. Infiltrate they circles like a motherfucking Audi. Take them to the south and put them down like OG Bobby. They don't want equality in this club, they want these problems. Killers right beside me, slab full of chicken mockers.
Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some. Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down. Shoot some, move some, shoot some, move some. Put us in the same room, he gon' go down. Hit a nigga with that boom, he gon' go down.
I did want to play one more. My nigga Juice in the building. Let's go. We on best. Let's go. Shout out.
Some internet speeds are lightning fast.
Apologize for them lightning fast commercials, goddamn, that they put in.
Here we go. We are best
black face
in the building. Welcome everybody.
Appreciate you, D.I.
It's just an indigenous thing.
Studious, I'm an info for info. I make what's complex look simple. To reclaim my birthright, my MO. My blood ties to the land, my credentials. Turtle Island, Nietzsche, my kinfolk. The vibration on this frequency I live for. We get sick, we don't go to hospitals. We heal ourselves with herbs and crystals. Mother Nature speaks, my soul gets tickled. We already equipped with the essentials. No Similac for my littles. All my babies get the milk from my nipples. Raising rebels to create ripples in the system. It's not liberal. We teach the youth to go to source for they vittles. Be the B, don't be the man in the middle. That's a third party, a fifth whip. They tell you saving a little is a big deal. Wanna trick the RZA with his own.
Hey, my brother Poison Puppet, please, could you put that video that Bat played? I forget the brother name that confronted Kamala Harris at one of them events and talked about reparations. He was in the audience. Bat played it this morning. Could you put that video? I want to review that video, please. Thank you, sir.
Spell, learn to conjure, then you'll pierce the veil. That's his story, I didn't write that. It's my birthright, I want my life back. Was on the wrong path, now I'm on the right track. Was in the dark, now I'm in the light, fam. My skin's divine, I love this melanin. My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. With the eye of Horus, I see infinity. Woke up like Neo, started training my abilities. I'm not a storm, baby, let me be your peace. Your protector, the enemy runs in retreat. Shout out to Sophia, born to be a steward. Bobby Hemmett and Malachi Z. York. Rod Hayes, Mama Rebert, Interstellar. Dane Calloway, Billy Carson, Young Elder. With my light codes, I'm in fight mode. For the next generation, we gon' right wrongs. Get off the merry-go, don't repeat the cycle. You in the darkness, you forgot to cut your lights on. With the lights on, like Tupac, all eyes on. The usurper, trying to take my throne. I urge karma.
karma to drown you in a tight fold. An open book, you see what page I'm on. My skin's divine, I left this melanin. Did you know? My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Did you know? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Did you know? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Did you know? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Believing I'm a U.S. citizen is propaganda. Had to call a brother true to correct my status. We own churches, not LLCs, they can't tax us. The government and central banking, it's all collapsing. Instead of chasing bread, we run on the bank. They'll become insolvent, we bankrupt the bank. Consumers exercising power makes them afraid. The GOV works for us, we the people, man. The Iroquois Constitution is supreme law. First Babylon, now it's England and Rome's turn to fall. Put the Pope on notice, discovery, doctrine is false. At critical mass, Mother Nature gets restored. A green lantern lights my path, not a torch. At the fork in the road, you gotta choose a course. Light codes or dark secrets, what do you endorse? Me? I make you Darth Vader's feel the force. Yeah, I pray this resonates with your spirit. This is meant for everyone, not just the esoteric. Atomize it, dissect the message in my lyrics. I'm a god, how could I not love my appearance? My skin's divine, I love this melanin. Did you know? My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Did you know? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Did you know? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Did you know? Put your right hand up, now make a fist.
Like I said, we need to stand behind that brother, man. You know what I mean? I'ma get with back. I'll subscribe to his channel. Like I said, we need to get behind brothers like that, because, you know, we need to be heard by these, what they call representatives. If they can keep pushing money out to fund wars for the Jews, it's time for us to talk about the genocide that's been done here in America. Something they never want to talk about. They want to talk about, you know, the Holocaust and everything that happened in the Holocaust, and keep talking about that same old story, same old story.
You are important.
Look, so let me bring it up real quick. And links in the chat. And I think I got another video that I wanted to review. Benny Johnson. Panic Trump indicates left-wing groups for funding the KKK. You know what I mean? So we're gonna review both of those videos. And we're gonna talk about it. Let's go. This is one my brother Poison Puppet. Thank you, Poison Puppet. Appreciate you, brother. Like I said, we need to get behind that young brother, Black Alpha, for pulling up on Kamala. You know, like I said, you know, I'm for action, not talk. You know what I mean? I don't mind talking, but I like putting that shit into action, making it happen. So let's listen.
You matter. You come from.
Because it wasn't even 2 weeks or a month ago. She gave a speech at some place and said, "You need to ask for something for your vote. You need some tangibles." You know, and I've been saying that since day one, man. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a voter, but I'm telling the people that vote, demand something for your vote. Just don't give it to them. We've been giving it to them for free for forever, at least 100 years. Do like every other group. You want my power, you want my vote, you want my influence, pay me. Like I said, black people, flag on the plate, Aborigines, flag on the plate, niggas, flag on the plate, Indians. You know, Aboriginal to America, man. We need to talk about the crimes that been done here in America, the redlining, the burning of towns, the flooding of towns, the reclassifications. And we ain't just talking that slave shit. No, more than just slave shit. We talking about shit that's been done here in America that the corporation basically, allowed. Like it allowed the KKK to come in our communities, along with the CIA, the FBI, and the law enforcement was allowed to come in our communities, take our properties, burn our shit. Talk about historical facts, like I played the other day. 15 million acres of land stolen from the Aboriginal or the nigger or the Indian. Us converting to their religions was the worst thing could have done. Converting to their religions is the worst thing we could have done. Because no matter what religion you choose, you convert into it. And you take all their beliefs. I stand on that. Like I said, if you still think which party is better for black people, hit the link. Any religious smoke, hit the link. Heard about that story. I think it was the Mississippi man that unalived himself and his family. May they rest in peace. But what got me was the preacher that they had giving the sermon. They still pushing that wait on God shit, and why people getting slaughtered every day. And people getting tired of hearing that shit. Because God is just sitting back allowing it. Dante, what's good, brother? Rise and shine. But yeah, I wanted to play some of this video. Let's go, man. But niggas in America deserve reparations. Whatever misnomer they put you under, you deserve reparations. That's reclassifying you. That's crimes against humanity. And like I heard in the video earlier, a lot of them foreigners, they didn't like it. They didn't like that we're trying to get the center of attention because more shit been done to us here. Go back to your country and deal with your country. We're dealing with our country right here. Let's go.
There is pride, there is high.
On behalf of foundational black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations, Kamala. On behalf of foundational black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations. We're not going to use our ancestry legacy to give money to illegals, immigrants. We're foundational black Americans. We built this country. We're not voting for you, we're not voting for the Democrats, and we're not voting for anybody until we get paid. Remember that. FBA. Turn around. FBA. Cash payment reparations. Go. We're walking. We're going. Reparations.
If you elected president, would you sign that bill if it came across your desk?
When I am elected president, I will sign that
Look at them. They couldn't even hold it together. They knew it was complete bullshit.
You got to get reparations. Now, how are you going to get it? Let me run through 3 or 4 things very quickly because I don't want to take up the time here. First thing you must do, I've heard it mentioned already, we got to commit a national campaign all over this country to start publicizing the issue of reparations for black folk. Not as something nice, but as a necessity, period. That means every living soul, every organization, every institution in this country must begin to start promoting reparations for black folk all over this country. That's level one.
Why you didn't ask Donald Trump for our reparations, Queen?
Why y'all ain't asked Joe Biden and Kamala for reparations?
Oh my God.
I mean, Joe Biden and Kamala was in office for 4 years. They ran on a whole, like Donald Trump ain't never promised reparations. But Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, that's what I be saying about the politics shit, right? Like, I'm for reparations, whoever want to pass them. I don't think we ever gonna get them.
You can keep whining and fighting for it, but I'm telling you, the left is showing you better than they can tell you that you ain't getting no reparations based on how they're treating you in your own community with these migrants.
They talking about reparations, right? And a lot of us are basically saying we ain't really moving on the political side like that until y'all give us what we want, because we not holding y'all down as far as the Democratic Party for about 65 years. And we ain't really get what we need. So now a lot of people saying, you know, no tangible, no vote.
Right.
And to a degree, I agree with that.
No, I agree with that.
I agree with that because something has to be done, because we're seeing that you got foreigners coming into this country. Like, man, I've been voting for these people all these years and seem like these people just coming over in a week, they got more than me.
They'll talk about reparations. And I said, I think black people deserve reparations.
Okay.
But you ain't gonna get it. And the reason why you're not going to get it is because you're not able to negotiate. There's nothing you can negotiate. We don't have any leverage. So the people that you want reparations from, or say you want it from, what are you going to do to get it? What, ask? I mean, come on, like, if it was about asking, they would have given it back to you, right? Yo, family, what's good? FBA news today and current events. I'm T-Model ZX. People always say we're never going to get reparations, and they're right, as long as we keep doing what we're doing.
And this is in the United States and the federal government's budget put together. So Congress said we don't have that kind of money. But Lincoln wanted to give reparations to Southern white plantations owners for any slaves they lost. But in 1998, when blacks talk about reparations for free labor in slavery, they are virtually laughed to scorn. Why is that? That's part of the hypocrisy in this country, because
we need to talk about reclassification. Fuck slavery. What they did to reclassification, gentrification, how they allow Big Pharma to poison the medicines. You know, the COVID-19 experiment. You know, how we've been reclassified, you know, to this, basically, we're foreigners in our own land. The corporation made us foreigners in our own land. We ain't from Africa. We're aboriginal to America. The genocide. That's all we need to be talking about, not no ancestors brought over here on the boat. We need to talk about what's been done since we've been here. Fuck what happened before. When they came to America and we were here. And like I said, I showed the video, 15 million acres of land stolen from that Aboriginal American, man. That's why I said, you know, if niggas will come together for anything, it'll be to get paid. That's the only thing I can see them coming together for. Other than that, we're too divided. Police, you know, some people still, you know, not in this realm of reality. You know, they fell for, you know, banana in the tailpipe trick. You know, they fell for the game. Now they want to be a part of technology. They don't want to be a part of the next generation. They want to be a part of the next generation of technology. Like I said, current crimes, allowing Big Pharma to experiment on us, put vaccines in our bodies, force people to get vaccines to go to their education system. The reclassifications, much more. The genocide of the American, the nigger.
First thing, black folk have never made it an issue. They keep thinking that they won't get it. Black people, only group of people I know in this country who've labored and suffered and never got compensated for it. We've compensated American Indians now for almost 360 years with reparations. Whites got reparations, which they call freedom dues, and they came out of indentured servitude. Jews have gotten reparations. Jews have picked up over $52 billion since World War II. Japanese have gotten 3 or 4 reparations. They got $22,000 each starting in 1990 from the United States. They've also gotten reparations from 2 cities in California and the state of California. And Japanese Americans who moved to Latin America just came back into the country last year and picked up over $1 billion. The only people who've never gotten compensated is black folk. We even put money into Japan under what we call the 0.4 program, gave them $13 billion after we just got through bombing them. We also put another $14 billion into the Marshall Plan for Germans after we just finished bombing them. Black folk have never been compensated because black folk refuse to make reparations an issue.
We have to get structured. We have to get disciplined. We have to cancel anybody, and I mean anybody, who speaks against reparations or tries to water it down. We have to primary and remove every politician who won't openly support direct reparations for foundational black Americans only. It's already tough enough trying to get this debt paid when the whole system is against us. The only way things change is if we start eliminating the obstacles ourselves. Let's be real about today's black politicians. Most of them don't get into office to help black people. They get in to get status, to get paid, and to build wealth for their own family. They all start the same way. Black power, we need to do this, we need to do that. They hit you with the emotional talking points to get you vested. Then, once they get power, they turn like vampires. Same thing happens in business. A small black company with a great product gets acquired by a bigger one. Not to grow the innovation, but to kill it so it doesn't compete. That's exactly what happens with so many black activists and politicians. Once they get recognized and gain traction, the money prevails. If the Democrats accept you, put you on platforms, and want you to run, and you're not fighting full force for what black people actually need, then you were bought off, and we keep falling for it. We really have to be militant about this. The moment they show even a little sign of trying to pull us back into the Democrat Party with scare tactics, we have to go another way. It's the same playbook every time. Do we really want reparations, or do we just want to talk about it? Because right now, we're not acting like we want it. We have to get hardcore. We can't have patience for anybody standing in the way. Any black activist or politician who sticks to the code and stays consistent gets attacked, deleted, or silenced. We can't let that happen anymore. We have to stop leaving them out there on their own. There are plenty of black activists and politicians who will go all the way for us. A lot of times we don't support them because their name isn't big yet. Look at what happened in South Carolina with Marcel Dixon running against Jim Clyburn. Clyburn wasn't doing anything meaningful for black people and had one of the worst districts. Marcel Dixon was talking reparations the entire campaign.
Reparations is not based on race. It's based on status. A black person who comes here from Nigeria or Jamaica or Brazil, they're not owed a penny from America. They chose to come here. We are talking about the people who are freedmen, the descendants of people emancipated by this country. We still know those people, because you are one of those people. I am one of those people. A lot of those people here in the audience, I just told you I could break down my genealogy. My dear Nana was 101 when she died. My great-grandfather just died 3 weeks ago. He was 100. He remembers fighting alongside white veterans in World War II. He remembers coming back and seeing his white veterans get homes and lands and pensions and the door being slammed in his face. And we are going to say that America that says liberty and justice for all, that's okay, get over it, keep it moving, while we have to hear never forget for everyone else's tragedy.
He lost big time. Not because his
shout out my brother Texas in the house, man. I was just reading the chat, man. Shout out the chat, man. Links in the chat, man.
message was wrong, but because he was unknown and black voters went with the bigger name. Just think about that for a minute. We chose the person who gave us nothing but another study in the worn out HR 40 bill, which is just another carrot dangling over someone who was actually fighting for us. And remember when a network anchor asked Jim Clyburn, since he helped Joe Biden win the presidency against Trump, what did he want from Biden? Clyburn said nothing.
How do you want Joe Biden to pay you back?
Pay me back. I don't want anything out of this. All I want is the country that my children and grandchildren can be able to develop in and be able to pursue their dreams and aspirations.
He didn't ask for reparations. He didn't ask for protection for his people or help for his failing district. He was just happy that Trump didn't win. That right there proves he's only looking out for his own pockets and his own status, not for us. Look at Representative Al Green now speaking about how they need a Secretary of Reconciliation for reparations.
We also have legislation for what we call a Department of Reconciliation.
Appreciate you,
We have to
shout out my nigga Key Norfolk. Much love and respect. Flat motherfucking power to my nigga Key. Much love to you and the family, man. Matter of fact, let me shout out the chat, man. Casino, what's good, Casino? Much love and respect. Much love and respect to you and the family. Casino, Key Norfolk, D. Allen, War, Texas, Diamond Girl, OG Green Machine, Copper Draco, Keith Lamont, D. Allen Warren, Poison Puppet, Mac B Productions, my brother Juice, Vino Entertainment, Reclassified, Black White Indian, Hurricane, Gigi from the Scoop Hill, my Philly brother. Hope They Prepared, Brian Flat Power Guy, Boot Camp, Bazoo, Yield the Millennium, Grand Rising. Thank all of y'all, man. Links in the chat in case anybody want to come up, man. You know, I've been saying we need to get rid of these people that keep supporting Israel doing the same thing. You know, not representing the people, but taking our taxpayers' money and getting rich, including, you know, Al Sharpton, you know, that ain't doing shit for our people. You know, anything that ain't any organization, including religious organizations, if they ain't helping the betterment of our community or our people, we need to stand like the Jews. You talk bad about us, it's going to be a problem. We need to stand 10 toes down. But, you know, they got us divided. When, like I said, I don't care if you're mixed, you whatever you are. You know, if one of you know got a white mother and a black daddy, or a black daddy and a white, you know, black mama, white daddy, either. You know, it was crimes done to the Americans. No matter if you mix, mulatto, mutt, whatever. I'm all nigger. So I'm proud to say I'm all nigger. Both my parents was niggers. was reclassified, colored, black, Indians. Exactly, my brother D. Allen. All religions are evil. Miss Paris, much love and respect. Like Alabama said, they had one agenda, to keep the foot on the nigga neck since this corporation came in existence. But let's go.
To reconcile our differences. And this goes beyond African Americans, the Trail of Tears, what happened to the Japanese internments. We've got to reconcile our differences. So we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, just as we have a Secretary of Education, a Secretary of Labor. We need a Secretary of Reconciliation who will report directly to a president, not this president.
But notice, he doesn't mention it when a Democrat president is in office. Al Sharpton got into his feelings at the National Action Network after a young brother said we shouldn't vote unless we get out reparations.
And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You're trying to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more. So if you want our vote, you got to come with our paper. We're not scared of Trump. We're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote.
This is exactly the kind of fire we've been waiting to see from the next generation. Young men and women speaking with clarity, standing firm, and demanding something tangible, not just promises. That kind of energy is what moves the needle and brings us closer to real conversations about reparations. And Reverend Al Sharpton is back on his old black bait and switch talk, saying we have to vote Democratic to get reparations.
But you get provocateurs, because anybody that is talking to somebody younger than them holding the mic, then you know that they paid agents. And if you're in the room, if you don't like me saying that, I'll say it again. Because you cannot get reparations without putting people in office that's going to pay them.
Great point, Rev. So let's put the people you support in office so they can pay reparations.
Support reparations?
Look, I mean, since I haven't spoken on this, got a chance. Number one, the reason we're the country we are is because of immigration. We've been able to cherry pick the best from every single continent. The people who come here have determination, resilience. They are ready to stand up and work like the devil. We have 24 out of every 100 children in our school today is Hispanic. The idea that we are going to walk away and not provide every opportunity for them is not only stupid and immoral, but it's bad for America. They are the future of America, and we should invest in them. Everybody will benefit from it, every single American, and you should get used to it. This is a nation of immigrants. That's who we are. That's why we're who we are. That's what makes us different.
My question to you is, what's your stance on reparations? We all know that America became great, off the backs of free black labor.
So to your point, yes, I am running to be a president for all Americans. That being said, I do have clear eyes about the disparities that exist and the context in which they exist, meaning history, to your point. Black families are 40% less likely to be homeowners than others. And that home ownership is one of the surest ways to build intergenerational wealth. So my plan includes making sure that for first-time home buyers, they have a $25,000 down payment assistance to just get their foot in the door, because we know folks will work hard, they'll save, and pay that monthly mortgage.
This is the nonsense we have to stay focused on and stop falling for. Kamala Harris is already considering running again in 2028. She's now talking FBA language, basically saying people should only vote if they're getting something for it. But we all know she's just trying to sound relatable to FBAs. Her past proves otherwise.
And to say, if you're going to get my vote, this is what I expect. I'm
going to vote because I expect to get something out of this. I'm going to get mine by voting.
We have to be careful with candidates like her because at this point, they will say anything to get the White House or any political seat. She didn't learn her lesson in the sense that she needs to actually do something for FBA. She learned her lesson in the sense of, let me try something different to get into office because I can't beat FBA grassroots the traditional way. So the question is real. Do we actually want reparations? Because we can get them if we show the powers that be our true power. And they're starting to feel it a little bit. That's why they want to flood this country with illegals and give them the right to vote.
Look, the Democrats opened the border wide open because they saw that they were losing votes after the last census. And they know that the way that Congress seats are relegated is based on total population. They wanted those illegal immigrants here so they could have voting power. It's like if I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a robber downstairs trying to steal my TV, I'm not going to go downstairs and make him a sandwich.
That's why they keep throwing fear tactics like Republicans don't want us to vote or you need ID to suppress black votes. It's all scare tactics to keep us locked into the same cycle. And let's talk about something sensitive but necessary. I've noticed that some FBA and interracial relationships, especially with white or immigrant significant others, start sounding like we're asking for a handout when reparations come up. I'm not attacking interracial relationships. Love who you love. But have you noticed how quick some switch up to keep the peace at the dinner table or at holiday parties? Brothers and sisters, if your wife or husband is white or an immigrant, you still have to stand your ground for your lineage. Don't let that get in the way of something your ancestors suffered and died for just to keep the sex going or keep the peace. The folks with the tiny hats don't play that. They stick together no matter what and make sure they get what's theirs. And then some.
Last year, they gave, I think it was $100 million to Holocaust survivors. Because they knew. Now, here's the part about it. America hasn't given anything to black people for what they did to them. But they're paying Holocaust money to the Holocaust survivors, even though Germany did that. America didn't do anything to the so-called Jew, but they're still giving them what they say for us is reparations. So they're still giving reparations to Holocaust survivors, even though they have nothing to do with it. And you know why? Because they want them Holocaust survivors to feel redeemed.
FBA must do the same thing, or it's never going to work. It's starting to show now with all the usual gatekeepers coming out. Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, and the rest. Fear-mongering for Kamala's next run and protecting their paychecks. We have to be structured. We have to cancel opposition. We have to primary anyone who won't deliver. We have to support the ones who stay consistent, even if their name isn't big yet. This is a long fight, but it's a fight we can win if we get serious. If this rant lit a fire in you, smash that like button. Subscribe if you ain't already. Turn on notifications. Comment reparations or bust below if you're done playing games with our future. We waking everybody up. FBA first. Always. Peace.
We're going to go to the missing scientist.
I run a podcast solo. No producer, no editor, no tech skills, just Riverside. I get high quality podcasts.
The death of a young scientist who warned her life was in danger has resurfaced as the list of scientists with ties to America's space and nuclear secrets who have mysteriously died or disappeared grows to 11. As fears rise that the disturbing cases have an insidious connection, President Trump recently revealed his team is looking into the matter.
Well, I hope it's random, but we're going to know in the next week and a half. I just left a meeting on that subject, so pretty serious stuff. But we're going to be hopefully, I don't know, coincidence, if you whatever you want to call it. But some of them were very important people, and we're going to look at it over the next short period.
Anti-gravity researcher Amy Eskridge allegedly died from a self-inflicted gunshot in June 2022 when she was just 34 years old, according to the Daily Mail. However, the researcher specializing in anti-gravity, which is a staple topic among UFO enthusiasts, mysteriously warned in a 2020 interview that her life might be in danger while discussing her research company, the Institute for Exotic Science.
I started the Institute for one reason. One reason, the Institute. I started it as a public-facing persona to disclose anti-gravity technology through, because I told Mark this. If you stick your neck out in public, at least someone notices if your head gets chopped off.
Eskridge also revealed that she had been receiving threats and that she had plans to disclose information about UFOs and extraterrestrials to the public. Her death was ruled a suicide, and neither the police nor the medical examiners have publicly released any details of an investigation into her death. Eskridge's death was unearthed after an already growing web of concerning deaths and disappearances of NASA scientists and individuals with ties to U.S. space and nuclear secrets. Eric Burleson of the House Oversight Committee told Fox News the fate of the scientists is too coincidental and almost certainly linked to the access they had to classified information, with the potential involvement of bad actors.
This is a rattling call to pay attention to this issue and make sure that our nation's top scientists are safe and secure. This is too coincidental, and so we have to be investigating this. We need to have our nation's top investigators, the FBI, and every agency looking into this matter.
Michael David Hicks, who worked at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Flint Ridge, California, as a research assistant, passed away at the age of 59 in July of 2023. However, there's no public cause of death or autopsy for Hicks' passing, nor any mention of how he died in his obituary, although it does ask for donations in his memory to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. 3 other scientists with ties to NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, or JPL, have either gone missing or died over the past few years, even as recently as February. On February 16, 2026, renowned astrophysicist Carl Grillmeyer, who worked on NASA's Spitzer Space Telescope, was suddenly and shockingly shot dead on the porch of his home in California. His shooter, Freddie Snyder, was arrested and is currently in jail. However, a clear motive has yet to be established. Another researcher at NASA's JPL, Frank Mywald, died in July 2024 at the age of 61. Like Hicks, there's little to no public.
And let me say this. That's why I go hard at the religious community. Because the religious community is the reason why our people believe in UFOs, aliens, angels, demons. Because our people believe, in God. They believe this angels and, demons, came from space or came sent from God, to mix with man. That's why black people believe in aliens, angels and demons are real, and all the mythology. It's because of the church, UFOs, other life forms outside of space, God, the creator. So I guess why NASA's in space, they looking for God. They looking for God on, on the other side of the moon, or they looking for him in space. Make this shit make sense. And they got people believing in it. Like I said, there's angels and demons, UFOs. We've allegedly got all this technology, and everybody's seeing aliens, but nobody can get a fucking camera shot, a satellite picture, nothing. A satellite image, nothing for all these years, man. Like I said, I blame the church. They got the people believing in angels and demons and gods when all that is mythology, man. I think, like my brother Enemies Public say, when they finish with their tools, they get rid of them and get more tools. So these scientists was tools. You know what I mean? They had something back in the day called the Witness Protection Program. where basically you go start a life somewhere else with a new identity. Or they put you 6 feet under. But yeah, man, a lot of these scientists, agents, secret agents, work for, multiple corporations. Because like we know, the United States is a corporation of foreigners. So, like I said, the main reason black people believe in, other life forms is because of religion. Like I said, how long we been expecting something to come out the sky, and it never did. Let's get back to the video.
Information about how he died. JPL's former newly appointed director of its materials processing group, Monica Reza, mysteriously went missing in June of 2025 while hiking with friends in the Angeles National Forest in California and hasn't been seen since. Reza's research in materials science was funded by the Air Force Research Laboratory at Wright-Patterson Base in Ohio, which is long rumored to hold extraterrestrial debris tied to the famous 1947 Roswell crash. The Air Force Research Lab was headed up by retired Air Force General William McCaslin, who also has shockingly gone missing. McCaslin mysteriously vanished on February 27, 2026, from his Albuquerque, New Mexico home, along with a pair of hiking boots and a .38 caliber revolver. McCaslin was also the former research commander at Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico, which works closely on national security projects with Los Alamos National Laboratory, famous for developing nuclear weapons during the Manhattan Project. In June of 2025, 2 workers from Los Alamos, Anthony Chavez and Melissa Casillas, vanished from their homes in eerily similar circumstances. Chavez, age 79, was last seen leaving his New Mexico home on foot, leaving behind his car, wallet, phone, and keys. Casillas, age 54, was last seen on camera walking alone on a highway, also without her wallet, phone, or keys, after telling family members she would be working from home, Dateline reported. Other dead or missing scientists include Jason Thomas, who led the chemical biology team at Novartis and was found dead in a lake this past March. Famous MIT physicist Nuno Loureiro, who was...
I'm with you, my brother Keith Lamont. Never trust nobody with that title, scientist, doctor, lawyer, preacher, politician. I definitely agree, brother. Big facts. What's good, Latrell? You always, yeah. Lucifer, the telescope. Mankind, no. Definitely, both Texas and Keith Lamont. Yeah, they definitely gonna fool you with that TV, man. Yeah, that's like I said, that's what that TV also got our people believing in space, believing in aliens. You know what I mean? Believing that they can go to space, land on the moon. But let's get back to the video, man. Links in the chat.
shot and killed last December, and Steven Garcia, who worked on security for a producer of non-nuclear components in American-made nukes and went missing in August of last year. As of now, no federal agency has publicly acknowledged any connection between the cases. President Trump announced that he had ordered an investigation on the matter and that they would likely have an answer over the next week.
Assessments here are correct. These are very covert weapons, aren't they?
That's correct. There's
Let's listen to some Benny Johnson.
Most inventors don't
Shout out to
fail
Benny
because the
Johnson.
idea is bad.
Let's
They
listen
fail
to
because the
Benny
process.
Johnson.
Center to 2 sham accounts, then to announcing this indictment. Center to 2 sham accounts, then
Michael Harris, what's good, brother? Much love and respect to your family, my brother Michael Harris. Grand Rising, man.
the Southern Poverty Law Center is now facing criminal charges. Not possible because an indictment has now come up by a grand jury in the Middle District of Alabama. Just moments ago behind me, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche and FBI Director Kash Patel held a news conference announcing this indictment, which included bank fraud and wire fraud and some other serious allegations. This was an indictment against the Southern Poverty Law Center as an entity, not specific people. Now, the agency began 55 years ago, John, focusing on racial equity via legal services and other advocacy in the South. It spread nationwide. The indictment alleges that the organization paid leaders of the Ku Klux Klan and other controversial groups while they were supposedly in public trying to stop the hatred. According to the indictment, the organization created bank accounts for fictitious organizations, passed from the Southern Poverty Law Center to 2 sham accounts, then to prepaid cards. It was used to shield funds, according to the DOJ. 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of bank fraud, 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. Now, the SPLC was paying leadership groups that started the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville. You remember that several years ago. That's where Heather Heyer tragically lost her lives. Somebody was paid $270,000 by the agency over 8 years. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche joined the FBI director to make the announcement. Watch.
The SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremism it purports to oppose by paying sources to stoke racial hatred.
Now, the SPLC, knowing that charge.
That's what my brother John Bricks was talking about in them songs, them 3-letter orgs. KKK is 3 letters too. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, they were paying these hate groups to do what they do, to basically take our land, to, keep a nigga in check, give him the illusion of power. Because I still say there's some niggas in power. But yeah, this was all done intentionally. Well, I said we got an easy case, genocide, crimes against humanity. But we won't come together.
Charges were possible, put out a statement hours ago, said the use of informants was necessary because we are no stranger to threats of violence. In 1983, our offices were firebombed, and in the years since, there have been countless credible threats against our staff. For decades, we engaged in unprecedented litigation to dismantle the Klan and other hate groups. In light of that work, we sought to protect the safety of our staff and the public. We frequently shared what we learned from the informants with local and federal law enforcement, including the FBI. Now, the group says it no longer uses paid informants. The SPLC also put out a report last May criticizing Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk. Several months later, he was shot and killed at a Turning Point rally in Utah. But long before his assassination in August 2012, John, a man in Washington, D.C. opened fire on a security guard at the Family Research Council. At the time, the head of the Family Research Council blamed the Southern Poverty Law Center for including the Family Research Council on a group of hate organizations, and they believe that there was a connection there. Of course, the Southern Poverty Law Center denied that at a time, but at this point, an indictment for one of the biggest groups, as you mentioned, in the United States by the Justice Department.
Sir, my message is simple.
What's up, y'all? I'm Percy Miller, Master P, and I want to tell y'all, social media, physical products, digital products, it's the way of the future.
Jews, homosexuals, Mexicans and all kinds of different chanks stink, and I hate it.
What exactly is your problem?
How much time you got, buddy? First of all, they're lazy, good-for-nothing tricksters, crack-smoking swindlers, breathing all the white man's air. They eat up all the chicken. White power. Let's talk about Chinese people.
Let's talk about Chinese people, Jerry. You trying to break me? Jerry tries to break me every single morning, and that one sent me. I hope they bring back the Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show was healing for America. Clayton Bigsby, an icon of our time, a man who truly showed that America can be a melting pot with a black KKK member. That is exactly what the SPLC has done. It's exactly what Jesse Smollett has done. There is a supply and demand problem for hate crimes in America, and it's actually because of our founding. It's because of how incredible our country is. There's no shortage of hate crimes in Europe. There's no shortage of hate crimes all around the rest of the world. Sectarian violence and gang violence rules.
Like I've been saying for years, they give the racists a slap on the wrist. They give them, probation. Oh, they don't give them nothing at all. They've been allowing these hate groups to hang around and push their hate on the nigga. Let's go.
The day, but not here. Why is that? I'm going to respond to Vivek Ramaswamy, who said something that I thought was extremely wrong-headed and disrespectful last night at a Turning Point event. I'm going to respond to him also tonight at a Turning Point event that I'm going to be hosting in Baylor, and I hope that you can join us if you're in the Waco area or in the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area. Drive on down to Baylor. It should be a fun time. But ladies and gentlemen, all of these narratives kind of collide together, and we have a short show because we got to catch a flight. So let's get rocking and rolling. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. Jerry, you sent me with that meme. It's a really funny meme. Thank you for that one. I needed that this morning. DOJ says Southern Poverty Law Center, far left-wing group, funneled $3+ million to white supremacist and extremist groups in order to fund the hate that they said they were trying to destroy so that they could raise more money. Democrats win Virginia redistricting fight, threatening Republican House majority, and Andy Ogles joins the show. My name is Benny Johnson, and this is The Benny Show. A little quick on the trigger there, Klein. Little quick on the trigger. That's all right. I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that instead of being slow. I go fast instead of going slow, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of going slow, don't be slow to unlock the potential of a debt-free life. It is something that is biblical. It's something that's moral. It's something that's good. And let's be honest, interest rates are insane. Jump over to my friends at American Financing. We talk about them a lot. They are locking in the listeners of this program to ensure that they can have a debt-free future. Reconsolidate your debt and make sure that you get rates that are not usury rates. They should be illegal, quite frankly. Here's the kicker. If you start today, you could actually make money. You could save or delay 2 mortgage payments. American Financing is America's home for home loans. Call them at 888-528-1219. That's 888-528-1219. AmericanFinancing.net/Benny. Okay, so last night, I just want to pop this up because a little bee in my bonnet here. It made me a little angry. Because it's wrong. It's just wrong. And it's something that Charlie wouldn't have agreed with, and it's certainly something that we don't agree with, and I want to denounce it, frankly, here on the program. Vivek said this at a Turning Point event. Now, by the way, just want to let you know, this is about good faith debate. And in the interest of the future of our party, in the interest of the future of our movement, and our country, you have to be able to call out your own side. And what Vivek said last night, in part, he gave a good speech, but this is fundamentally wrong. You can travel to Italy, but you'll never be an Italian. You can travel to France, and you'll never be a Frenchman. You can live in Germany, you'll never be a German. You can pack your bags and go to China or Japan, but you'll never be Chinese or Japanese. But you can come to America, and as long as you work hard, you're an American. As long as you have the right paperwork, you're an American. Nope. No, I fundamentally disagree. Not only do I find this particularly insulting to the people that built America, because there is an ideology that built America. Every country has an ideology that built them, but it's fundamentally disrespectful to what it means to be an American. Let's rip through this. I think, because the argument actually defeats itself, and it's an insane thing. I mean, he's getting ratioed here into the sun. It's par for the course for Vivek on X. And I say this out of no personal animus. I know Vivek, I like Vivek, but you have to be able to call out people who are wrong. What is it that makes being an Italian, Frenchman, German, Chinese, or Japanese better than being an American? Maybe that's a good starting point there. Why is it that those are protected cultures and we're not? Answer me that. Why is it that you can't be a Chinese person or a Japanese person? And by the way, I agree with that. I agree with the top half of what Vivek says. But what is it that makes America nothing? Because what this is saying is that anyone can be an American, and that's not true. Our founders didn't believe that. They certainly didn't believe that for the first 200 years of this country. You can't go to the North Sentinel Islands and grab a cannibal off an island, still exist, uncontacted tribe, give him the right paperwork, and he's suddenly an American. Why is that? And why are these other cultures protected when our culture is not? And that is truly at the root of the problem here. And it's because we don't acknowledge what our culture is. So why don't we do a quick history lesson here? Our culture is European. Our culture is Christian. For the first 200 years of this country, over 90% of our population were European Christians. Different denominations of Christians, but they were Christians.
Y'all hear this shit.
That is plus 90% of the nation.
That's
there were de minimis. I mean, at statistically 0% of the country was Hispanic or Asian origin. There were Africans here from the slave trade. That's been part of the American fabric while we were still colonies. But nonetheless, to not fundamentally say that America is different and better than the lands that people are leaving to come here because of our founding and because of who founded our country is being obtuse or intellectually dishonest and, quite frankly, disrespectful. Nobody named Muhammad fought in the Civil War. Okay? And nobody named Vivek Ramaswamy fought in the Civil War, for that matter. And so you are disrespecting the reason why this country is great in the first place, which is foundationally our Christendom heritage, which, of course, all of our founders were Christian. All of them were deists. All of them wrote about the fundamentals of Christ, and they wrote those fundamentals directly into our founding documents. Peppered all throughout our founding documents are calls back to Christ, Christendom, and God. It's on our currency, it's on our building, it's carved in marble.
What was done to
you can't have a country like this, and John Adams, who's a founding father, said that. You can't have this nation without a holy, moral people. This is a nation that is foundationally, at its core, based on the tenets of the Ten Commandments.
All religions, not just Christianity, Islam, Seventh-day Adventist, Judaism, Baptist. Because like I said, the reason black people believe in aliens and God, because of the Europeans.
The New Testament, the gospel, and the worldview of Christendom, which is a wonderful world. It's what makes this place so exceptional. And now allow me to, now that we've covered the history lesson, allow me to fast forward here and to look at this utterly self-defeating argument. Because, man, it pisses me off, frankly. Because the top half of the tweet defeats the bottom half of the tweet. Because he's right, technically, on the top half of the tweet. You can't just move to Italy and become an Italian. Answer me this. I'm in Florida. If you took all the people in Florida.
What's good, Latrell?
Hey, what up, man? Peace and blessings. Let's go.
How you feel about what I'm playing, man?
I really didn't catch it. I mean, well, I heard that what the government was paying different fake racist groups or whatever to be racist.
Yeah,
That's basically what it is.
yeah,
So,
basically.
so isn't this a chance of opportunity? Why won't all the ops just why why won't the black people get involved? I
I,
don't know. You can't beat them, join them, huh?
I guess that's been our attitude for a while. But yeah, let's play some more of the video.
All of them. And
Let
you were
me
to
know
snap
if
your
you want me
finger,
to
and they
pause.
all went to Italy. And then you took all the people in Italy, you snap your finger, and they all moved to Florida. Like kind of the same shape, right? Both land masses are like peninsula, right, shaped or whatever. Would Italy stay Italy? Answer me this. My executive producer is Italian. His name's ALX. He goes to Italy actually all the time. The birthday of Rome yesterday. No, I can tell you I live in Florida. There are a bunch of yeehaws in the state. They're hilarious. They're fundamentally different than Italians. Italy is the culture of the people. The songs, the language, the traditions, the food. That is what Italy is. Italy is not the rocks and the trees on the landmass. It is the human beings that make the nation. That is why you're not an Italian if you move there from India. You're not. And you never will be.
Whoa,
You could be
whoa,
paperwork
whoa, whoa,
Italian,
whoa,
and you
whoa,
could have the
but
right to work there, I guess, legally
whoa.
and pay taxes.
Hey, pause it,
But what
pause it,
we
pause
understand is
it.
Italian culture. That is a thing, right? It is something that deserves to be protected. Just like it, and I agree that it deserves to be protected. You shouldn't water it down with infinity third world mass migration. And that's why this entire ideology is self-defeating, and it's what we must fight. Because it is worth preserving what it means to be French. It is worth preserving what it means to be German. It is worth preserving what it means to be Chinese, Japanese, Russian, and Saudi Arabian, for all I care. These are cultures that are distinct, and their distinctions are valuable. And you can't just move all the people from one culture into America and call them Americans and think we're going to preserve our culture. No. This is the Club for Growth, a Chamber of Commerce way to view populism, which is that America is simply for tax cattle, that is simply an economic zone, that we don't have our own culture that is derived from our European ancestry and our Christian ancestry. And if you unmoor yourself from that, if you unlink yourself from that, the entire nation is lost. Why is it okay for France to have their culture, for China to have their culture, for Japan to have their culture, but America doesn't have our culture? But there's nothing worth preserving about American culture, is what this tweet says. I disavow it. Fundamentally, it is something that is, quite frankly, a ideological cancer that has led to the current state of America. It's the last thing I'll say on this, and sorry that I popped off. Sometimes you just you got to be able to say.
Overall, what culture does America have other than the culture?
The only way
of
we
racism,
have a land, the only way we keep a country, is if you have neighbors that speak your same language.
Being the world's police, but
and everybody knows it in their bones. You have neighbors that you can communicate with. There's a map, ALX, I don't know if you have it available, a map of who is proficient in English. It's like something like 10 states where 50% of the people don't even know English anymore. Well, that's not a country. That's not a nation. That's not a melting pot, even though that entire idea is absurd on its face and was manufactured propaganda in the first place. That wouldn't work as in your marriage. That wouldn't work as a business partnership. That wouldn't work if it was on your softball team and the first baseman didn't speak your language. You wouldn't win a game. Pitcher and the catcher don't speak the language. So it doesn't work as a country either. What works as a country is when you have people that come here utterly, if there are immigrants, and of course my family immigrated here about 100 years ago, but my family immigrated here, like disavowing entirely where we came from. It's like a mishmash of like England and Germany. And embracing wholly the American culture, the superseding American culture, leaving entirely the old world behind. That's not what's happening here, is it? We're constantly talking about the number of Hindu temples that are being built, mosques that are being built, and fundamentally, that's not American. What do I mean by that?
So
that's
you
not
denounce
what has
your
been American
citizenship.
culture. That's not what is the prevailing culture in this country.
He's talking to him. He should denounce his citizenship.
I mean, look. Isn't that the thing when the immigrants or whoever come over here to be Americans, the first thing they denounce their citizenship there, right? To come over here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So everything else should be denounced, but I'm saying, what is the American culture to you, Philly?
You know
Do
what it
we
is.
have a culture, or is it a mixing pot?
We have a culture, but we mixed it in with their culture. But yeah, we definitely got a culture here. Soul food, the way we dance, the way we rap, the way we move. A history of how we grow things. We definitely got a culture, man. They just want to claim like that we don't have a culture till they came, the melting pot. But we had a culture prior to the Europeans coming here, man. We had a way of life. You want to tap back in before I play the video?
Oh, nah, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, answer your own question. Do we have a culture here, man? Do we got a culture?
Well, I said
Answer your
earlier,
question, man. Please.
I mean, okay, yeah. So if it's overall the culture, that's all Americans, or is that just Black Americans? What you're saying? We got a culture because we know how
Yeah,
to
I'm
move
saying
and
just
dance.
us.
Okay, so what is
And
the
then they integrate it into our culture and mix that shit in with our culture. But I'm saying we had a culture before the Europeans came. Go ahead, man.
okay? Well, as far as the American culture, just like that melting pot and all together, I would say the first culture would be military because that's a culture. Other than that, that's the main culture I see as far as all of us because it's a melting pot of military from all different countries and all. You know what I'm saying? But let's go.
As Brendan Gill eloquently says, I want my children not growing up in the call to prayer for a mosque or inside of the caste system in their schools. And those exist, by the way, all throughout the country. Percentage of the total population with limited English proficiency in states in 2021. Look at this. Wow. There are 9 states where 10% of the population doesn't speak English. There's like a dozen states where 10% of the population, where over 10% of the population, approximately 10% of the population, 5 to 10% of the population doesn't speak English. Whoa.
If you got hit in Georgia, even if you were not driving, you need to try this.
Because if you were in a car accident in the last
Well, that's not a country. I mean, like those aren't people that you could trust to help if there's a fire on your block, because you wouldn't be able to communicate with them. This is what I'm talking about. And so
common sense or
that
being
entire
a
worldview needs to
firefighter.
be called
Hey,
out.
you don't
I
have
plan
to
on
have the same language to be a firefighter. That's common sense. Now, a lot of things like playing baseball, sports, and stuff like that, certain things, look, you can get a vibe on. Give me the top firefighters from around the world. A bitch gonna make it do what it do. Huh? You got the best of the best that you don't need language on everything. Fighting a fire? Come on, man. Baseball, I mean, sports. I mean, certain things you don't need language, right? Or is it just me?
Yeah, I concur. Certain things is a universal language. But yeah,
Um,
go
yeah, yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, man.
Oh no, I'm done routing out Philly. Come on, let's go.
I'm doing that tonight, my turning point event, and saying that we need to be extremely we'll lose the country. The country will spiral into into what the rest of the world has, which is sectarian violence and intergroup victimhood positioning. If we do not think very, very carefully about the way that our immigration system works and how it works for the benefit of the American people. That's the point of immigration, actually. And having people that don't speak English and are on permanent welfare, as we covered yesterday, Afghans, Somalis, Haitians, they're on like rates of welfare that are 80 and 90%. That is not adding to the wealth and the prosperity of the American people.
So pause it. Okay, so here we go.
It's going to be
fun fact. The fucking gold that they found in Haiti in the 1800s went to the New York area and was invested. That Haitian gold made Wall Street. Then France put that big ass loan. So what the fuck is you talking about with on that? When your people came over here, needed all the welfare, You on some bullshit with that German guy, Who brought all them German cockroaches over here? Let's go. Go ahead. But that's a fun fact, That's why Haiti is
You wild,
third world
Capitan. Go ahead,
country,
brother.
That's Haiti. Hey, Wall Street is fucking Haiti. Huh? So you goddamn right. The motherfucking beasts gonna keep they foot on the Haitian people. That's the only black empire in the Western Hemisphere. Let's go.
able to have these conversations, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Sorry for the rant. Rant over. I want to bring in our guest for today's show. We can cover the hysterical news out of the DOJ with Representative Andy Ogles, who's been very patient as I sort of bang on and on this important subject. But they're tied. They're linked. In very short, so that I can set up the congressman here, the DOJ was able to expose entirely the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a far left-wing group that allegedly fights hate. This group paid the KKK and other white supremacist groups in order to create hate. Do you see the supply and demand problem there?
Shout out my brother E-Town. What's good, E-Town? Grand Rising, man.
So it's manufactured, So
exactly.
Look, that's not hard to
There's a supply and demand problem with hate crimes in America. That's why they have.
You ask look, Philly, ask people, black people, was you affected by lynching? It's gonna be very few. So that lynching stuff is like the police shootings. It's things to rile people up, or manufactured. Go ahead. And look, manufactured. Anything with MAN on the front of it, man did it. Let's go.
Have to create a Jesse Smollett. This is why Jesse Smollett has to pay black guys to beat him up. This is why they have to put innocent men in prison for George Floyd. There's a hate crime deficiency in America, and that's because of our Christian founding. Christianity, a peaceful religion. It's because of the founding of this nation that brought people together and did not allow atomization of groups. The atomizational, any cannibal can be an American. He's just a cannibal. No, that's idiotic, actually. No, it's fundamentally wrong. And so the Southern Poverty Law Center realized that their grift, they'd go out of business if they didn't have more hate crimes. And so they needed to create more hate crimes, and they paid for them. It's wild, ladies and gentlemen. That's what the DOJ is alleging here. They did a big press conference on it yesterday.
So
I want to bring on the congressman who I'm sure is primed and ready to talk about this.
So the Southern law, so that's Jews, huh? Right? Because look, he mad as fuck, man. So the Southern law thing, that's a bunch of Jewish people. Because look, I think that Jewish thing was created after the testimony of a black man that got the only white man hung and killed in Atlanta. They they made that that ADL thing right after that. But I think that Southern law thing, look, he on the side of okay, it's two sides what I'm seeing. The Jew and the Nazi, NASA. We gonna code it for NASA. I think he on the side of NASA, and that Southern law thing is the troglodytes. Let's go. Let's go.
Onto the program, Representative Andy Ogles of Tennessee, who's just bang on the subject. Let's go.
Listen up, because this is the massive opportunity you have been waiting for to grab a real bargain. We are talking about military grade.
Congressman, sorry for my rant off the top there, but maybe we just start with this. But I just fundamentally reject that, there's 9 billion people on this planet. I fundamentally reject that all 9 billion of those people can become an American with the right paperwork.
Well, I mean, this is part of a larger narrative that you're seeing from the left, right? They're constantly attacking our heritage, our culture, our values. And if you put up an educated debate, then they call you a racist or a bigot, or they manufacture crimes to incite your opponents to come after you. I mean, there's a cycle here, right? So Ilhan Omar's talking about how Somalis helped build this country. Oh, bull crap. Right? There weren't Muslim prayer rooms in the United States of America until 1920. The first one was in Chicago. Wasn't a mosque in this country until 1934. It actually was built up in Idaho because of the railroads, because you had displaced Syrians from the Ottoman Empire that came to this country to work on the railroad. So if anybody was talking about what the founding fathers were contemplating, it was Baptists and Methodists and Puritans and Quakers. It wasn't Islam. In fact, Jefferson and Adams met with the ambassador because of the Barbary pirates to say, why do you keep attacking our ships? And the ambassador said, it's because you're not Muslim and it's our job to kill you. I mean, they wrote about the fact that they are a people content with war. And so this idea of attacking who we are, and so you're right. We're not a melting pot. This is not some giant fondue pot. I like fondue, right? But that's not what America is, right? And so this is, and I understand what he was trying to say, but the delivery, I think, and ultimately his misunderstanding of who we are as a people. If you want to be an American, you've got to earn it, right? You've got to be part of our culture. You've got to own and be a part of our heritage. You have to want to build this country in the same way our founding fathers did. And so if you're building temples or mosques and you're undermining Christianity, you're not assimilating.
That's exactly right. And it also, it's like, it's unbelievably disrespectful to say that these other cultures have the right, because these other cultures are real cultures. They have the right to exclude people who aren't Chinese and aren't Japanese. That's a thing. And you know, it's crazy, Congressman. It's not exactly what I wanted to spiral off and talk about here, but I saw that in my timeline this morning. I said, man, this is what I got to go in on. It's like, there is something that built China, right? It's why you go to China and you take photos of the Great Wall of China. You take photos at these big old temples, right? That they have there in Japan. You go and you take photos with the Eiffel Tower. Something built the Colosseum, right? And we think about that as Roman and then dispersely Italian. And so to reject that, to say that that doesn't matter, your ancestors don't matter at all, and what the cultures and the foundations that built this great society, that is worth preserving. That's what the top half of the tweet said. That like French, German,
Italian,
English, Chinese, Japanese, that's worth preserving. America's not.
You Indian.
Hey,
Philly,
it is.
Philly, there is a connection between Italians. That's why Hitler associated with that swash stick. I mean, that swash come out of India, but that's why the Italian hair
that follows what they were doing and what
black.
they were paying these conspiracies to incite violence against Republicans and to have people.
That shit one and the same, bro. Look, to be a Italian, that spawned off from India. That's why Hitler had to go to where? Vatican City and get half of those posts and shit on his side. But to be a Italian, you Indian. That's why most Italian hair what? Black as hell. But this is in a Wu-Tang that triumph. Somebody else been told me about this type of blood, this Mediterranean Sea blood, but it's in the triumph. It's on the last verse of that Wu-Tang song, But look at the Italian. Why do you want to be a made man? They got to check your mammy blood, that Sicilian blood, but that shit black hair, man, The white man or whatever, they didn't like the Italians like that, Man, this shit one and the same,
This
man.
should be a
Let's go.
rude awakening. You know, reality check that all these foreigners here, they think this shit is theirs, and they still looking past us.
Yeah, because look, overall, I be saying this. I told the motherfuckers on the roof when I was a roofer, bro, all of us on this roof got black hair. That other type of hair can't stand to be up on this roof. They come up here, tell you what to do, and get the fuck off that roof, But it's Mediterranean Sea blood that black people got. Let's go,
And shout out to who came in the house? Rodney Williams, Grand Rising, brother. We listening to the Benny Johnson show, man.
People like me target. I mean, I have 24-hour security because of this type of rhetoric that is leveled against conservatives in this country, and that should be a crime. And kudos to the DOJ for going after it.
Klein has the hate map right here. Congressman, you can see there's plenty of little red dots on the SPLC hate map in your state. There it is.
Right there.
Wow. So, so they're potentially funding your assassination. And you said that because they went after Charlie Kirk and they did it constantly. Charlie said that the SPLC is a hate group. There's a tweet for everything. Charlie was constantly on Fox News talking about the SPLC, attacking him. We have the clips, of course. Do you believe that they played a part in Charlie Kirk's murder? What do you think should happen to them? Do you think that there's culpability here since they were actually funding the hate that they claim to be fighting?
I got you, my brother.
This is the game changer that everybody have been asking.
Let me pause that commercial, man. I checked my emails. And shout out to the sacrifice. Everybody in the house, man.
Lead to an ultimate conclusion is that this crisis that they were creating, this crisis of hate, that suddenly they need to take down Confederate monuments in Virginia because of all this hate crime that they paid for, right? You have the riots in the streets, whether it's Charlottesville or elsewhere, that they were paying for, right? That they brought the gasoline, they brought the matches, and they hand them to some homeless guy and they lit it. Like they knew what was going to happen. And so this kind of nonsense has got to stop. And again, if the right was doing this to the left, I mean, we all would have been in jail.
Do you think that they're funding Patriot Front? Do you think that's what's going on? Patriot
Absolutely.
Front's constantly in Nashville, right, with their little vans and their little outfits.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, just follow the money, and this organization supports this organization, supports that organization. It's an incestuous octopus. The tentacles are spread all throughout the left.
So doesn't that go one and the same? Because now I'm thinking more and more, what was the thing with King? But he repented. Civil rights. So King was civil rights, and Malcolm X was what you gonna call black nationalists. But it's still one and the same, because Malcolm X was calling out the big six, like the Rockefellers and all them, but they funding everything, right? Right? And they say King was the only one that sat down and had conversations with the enemy. So all those pictures, he was a Jew, he was this, he was that. That repentance. Look, Jesse wanted to be king. He even had his little fake jail in and wrote a letter just like King. But ain't it funny how Jesse replaced King? He became the statesman and other things. King was overall that statesman that got broken down in different people and shit like that. But these same people funding everything, huh? So the salmon, it takes money to fund something. So all of that was the George Floyd. That was what like Soros owned damn near all of Milwaukee. So that shit that's going on in Milwaukee right now is probably an after effect, huh? But I don't know, man. I'm pondering. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Hey, and one more thing. This is a little off topic, but it's not. Look at that word Andy, bro. I've been seeing that. Look, and spelled backwards is DNA, but somebody put Andy and Android, which I see, because look, Android ain't nothing but an image of, huh? Android, huh? Let's go.
look, this is a criminal enterprise that's been undermining our republic. And again, I kudos to the DOJ for going after this. And really, I mean, it can't be lost, ladies and gentlemen, when you think about the murder of Charlie Kirk, when you think about some of these hate crimes that have happened across this country, would they have happened had it not been for this vile rhetoric from the left? Even yesterday against me, CARE held a press conference labeling me as some racist because I'm defending my country, because I'm speaking the facts about the data in Europe about the mass rape of women and young girls in Europe by Muslims. Those are facts. Those aren't my statistics. That's from the French Interior Ministry. That's from the London police, right? I talk about that publicly and suddenly I'm a racist. No, I can just read data points, and the data points say that Muslims are disproportionately raping young girls across Europe. People should know that. They should just know it, right? Because it's fact and it's truth, and I'm not going to back down.
Data is racist, Congressman. You know that. That's the rule. Right. All right. That's the iron law. That data is racist. Don't talk about America's founding. Don't talk about who actually created this country. It's just an economic zone. Don't talk about why America is great, in the first place. Why is America a nation that who are the actual settlers here? Who were the actual people that settled this country? And then who are the aptly named don't talk about those things. It's racist. We're going to talk about them, and we're going to thank you, Congressman, for always talking about them. Follow Andy Ogles right here, the great congressman from Tennessee. He's got hundreds of thousands of followers, and you know why. Godspeed, Congressman.
Thank you.
Never drive off immediately after filling your tank. What happens in those first few minutes is the reason your gas disappears so fast. If you own a car made after 2001, you need to hear this. I never post stuff like this, but I had to share. My parents live 600 miles away. For 2 years, they barely visited their grandkids because of gas costs. Then last month, they showed up 3 times. I asked my mom what changed. She pulled out this little device from her purse, smaller than a phone charger. She said, "We don't spend a fortune on gas anymore to see you." I thought their gauge was broken. She said, "Your brother-in-law told us about this device called Fuel Sync. It does something with the fuel system. I don't really understand it, but it works." My dad drove their car over, 1,200 miles round trip. The fuel gauge barely moved the entire trip. He drove around town for 3 days while they were here. Still barely went below 3/4.
The vice president
back home another 600 miles. And here's the crazy part. They drove here, stayed 3 days, drove back, and didn't need to fill up for another 2 weeks after that. The needle just doesn't move like it used to. That night, I had to look this up myself. I found thousands of videos and reviews online. People showing their fuel gauges barely moving after hundreds of miles, driving for weeks without filling up. That's when I found out what's actually happening. Every car manufactured after 2001 has these things called magnetic disruptors built into the fuel system. They deliberately scramble your fuel molecules into chaotic patterns before they reach the engine. So only 60% of your gas actually burns to power the car. The other 40% gets wasted straight out the exhaust as fumes. This isn't a defect or poor engineering, it's intentional. In 2001, automakers made a deal with Big Oil. They installed these magnetic disruptors in exchange for kickbacks on every gallon of wasted fuel. Your car is literally designed to burn through money. Fuel Sync was created by a former Ford engineer who got fired for trying to expose this. It uses something called electromagnetic molecular realignment, sends waves at exactly 847.3 nanometers that override the magnetic disruptors. It realigns the scrambled fuel molecules back into perfect formation. So your engine burns 100% of the fuel instead of just 60%. My mom showed me what they used to spend on gas every month. It was eating up a huge portion of their fixed income. Now their tank lasts for weeks. They're driving the same amount, maybe more because they're not afraid to visit anymore, but the gauge just sits there. They can finally afford to see their grandkids whenever they want instead of rationing trips. They had an extra one and gave it to me, said, "Just try it, you'll see." I plugged it into my car that night. Little black device, goes right into the 12-volt outlet like a phone charger. That's it. No installation. I commute 40 miles a day for work. Used to fill up twice a week like clockwork. 2 weeks went by. Still hadn't filled up. The needle barely moved. My wife thought I was lying to her. She didn't believe it until we plugged one into her car. Same thing. Her gauge just stopped dropping like it used to. We did the math. Between both our cars, we were spending a fortune on gas every month. Now we're spending just $23 a month for 2 cars. The difference is insane, and my parents can actually afford to see their grandkids now without choosing between gas and other bills. My brother has one, my sister has one, my dad's best friend ordered 3. Our neighbor saw my parents visiting again and asked what changed. I explained it. He ordered 3 that day. Now half our street has them. You're not getting bad gas mileage because your car is old. You're getting bad mileage because your car is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Waste your money. Since 2001, the magnetic disruptors have been scrambling your fuel, so 40% goes out as fumes instead of powering your car. FuelSync overrides that and restores the efficiency that was stolen from you. Gas companies are trying to get FuelSync banned. They've already forced it out of stores. Right now, it's only available online. And apparently there are cheap knockoffs on Amazon that don't have the real chip and can damage your charging port. Only get it from the official website. They're offering 50% off right now. My parents paid full price. I paid full price. But if you order through the link below, you get half off. There's also a 180-day money-back guarantee. If it doesn't work, you get your money back, no questions asked. I'm not someone who posts about products, but this is the reason my parents can afford to see their grandkids now. My mom literally cried when she realized they could visit whenever they wanted instead of having to save up for months just to make one trip. If you've been putting off seeing family because gas costs too much, this solves that. If you're spending hundreds every month on gas, this changes everything. Works on any car made after 1996. One-time purchase, plugs into your cigarette lighter, that's it. I left the link below the Learn More button. Only a few hundred units left in stock. With the legal pressure from oil companies, who knows how long they'll be able to keep selling these. Tap the button now to get 50% off before they're gone. P.S. My mom's church friends asked why she's been able to visit us so much lately. 6 of them ordered FuelSync after she explained it. Don't let gas costs keep you from the people you love. Get yours now while you still can.
They don't want you to know about it.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago? Even if you weren't driving. Just click the link around this video to see how much you can get. Just answer 5 simple questions, and it only takes 30 seconds. If you got hurt by a driver in last year, you might be owed money without even knowing it. You could get a check.
All right?
Well, we covered what we needed to cover in the show. You know, sort of like Klein, we sort of like went through the news blocks there with the congressman. Obviously, Democrats rigged and stole another election, and exactly the perfect algorithm, algorithmically perfect 5149. It's amazing how that always happens. And then the SPLC was exposed as also rigging hate groups. I just honestly, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. They were funding. Just real quick, let's put up one banger. My screen, let's put up one banger. Here we go. Here's what the far left was funding. This is what the far left anti-hate group was funding. KKK, American Nazi Party, Aryan Nation, United Klans of America, Unite the Right, National Alliance, National Socialist Movement, Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club, and the American Front. I'm going to tell you how this all gets woven together in just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. First off, the thing that weaves every single one of my dinner together, that's called the weave, Klein, okay? Is masa chips. Okay, you want to talk about the thing at the center of the table, including last night, which was taco night? Called Taco Tuesday in the Johnson household, and it was masa chips. Masa chips, baby. They're incredible. They're good for you. Can't say that about virtually any other chip. They're made with all natural ingredients, and just 3 of them. That's all you need. And it takes a little bit of extra effort, but man, is it worth it. To make chips this way, you feel good, nice, satisfying crunch. Ladies and gentlemen, you should give them a try. Go to monsterchips.com/Benny. Remember, I have a very picky wife, very maha mom wife. We don't just let any food, we don't let practically no processed food in our home. Use code Benny for 25% off. Simply click the link in the video description, use the QR code, and claim the delicious offer. Don't feel like ordering online? Masa is now available nationwide at your local Sprouts supermarket. And then bop it on over here, ladies and gentlemen, as we travel today. Patriot Mobile will be in our back pocket. They have had our back and our side, and they have been there for us throughout so much. They keep us connected on the road. Of course, we will be recording and live streaming tonight from Baylor. Get prioritized premium service on all 3 major networks, better coverage backed by 100% US-based customer support, the only Christian conservative wireless provider. Go to patriotmobile.com/Benny or call 972-PATRIOT to use the promo code Benny for a free month of service. That's patriotmobile.com/Benny. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it all weaves together. Joe Biden. He constantly used, and even through the presidential debates with Donald Trump, both of them, by the way, including the one that he, of course, was like brain dead at, constantly banging on about Charlottesville. Oh, is it a post? There's like a million times that he says it, but whatever. Here's There's a bunch. Okay, so here's it's just constant. Biden claimed the entire reason that he ran for president in 2020 was because of Charlottesville. And now we find out today, and this is the core mythos of Joe Biden. The core tenet of his political life is Charlottesville, and everyone was so hateful. Can we get some sound on this? Yeah.
I ran for president in 2020 because of what I saw in Charlottesville in August of 2017.
Got it. Okay, that's all we need.
Extremists.
Yeah, it's extremists funded by you, Jack. They're funded by you. You created. There's a supply and demand problem for hate crimes in America. This is the functional mythos of the Democrat Party. They actually created the hoax. They created the Russia hoax. I can't believe it. They did the same thing. Whatever video that is perfect. Right. So you can see what the Charlottesville, rally was, and certainly some ugly images. And you need to go through and match the images to how much were these people getting paid? They were all being paid. Maybe not all of them, but certainly some of them. Here, according to your own federal government, for the Unite the Right Charlottesville rally, close to $300,000. $300,000, bro. We put on events. I put on events. Turning Point puts on events. You can throw a heck of an event for $300,000. You could actually pay for all the buses. You could pay for all the tiki torches. You could pay for the whole thing with $300,000. Is that what they did? I guess we'll wait and see. Where is this being tried? Here's why this is such a genius move. Where is this being tried? Alabama, said Forrest Gump. Alabama. It's being tried in Alabama. Genius move by the Trump administration. Genius move. Okay. So we hope that nobody burned their face off with their little tiki torches. Red light on the face is actually good.
So that's why Trump moved the
red light. Especially when I'm going to be, I don't know.
That
we're going to be traveling all day.
Bomb thing in the Alabama area, because that has a patent that Ezekiel Will, man, done patent that, huh? So those nuclear bombs that's up under the ground, it's on the railroad track type of thing. But Trump granted that Alabama area, what's that, Space X or whatever it is that Trump tied to that gave Alabama, that's where them bombs. But just so happened, Alabama, I get it, man. I see it. Hey, mobile, Mobile. They want to be mobile. Let's go,
What's good, my brother Alabama? How you doing today, man?
You're probably stuck in an office all day too. I hope not, but that's just the way that it goes. If you're stuck in the office all night, you need red light. Your body needs red light. The Bond Charge infrared sauna blanket is amazing. It helps ease stress and unwind. It detoxifies you before bed. And it's something that actually boosts your body energy because it works via infrared light that heats up your body directly rather than the air around like in a traditional sauna. It's incredible benefits. That's why I use it to de-stress and unwind. And sometimes at the end of the day, I got to tell you, that is quite a feat, because I go directly from doing this straight home to 1 million kids that want every second of my attention. I love giving that attention to them. Oh boy, it is.
Hey, shout out my brother Leonard Robinson.
There's a lot of horsey rides. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot of running around. You gotta chill out before bed. Sauna blanket's a great way to do it. Go to bondcharge.com/Benny.
Bro, you from Mobile?
Or even if you just want to feel better at the end of the day.
That's powerful, man.
Go to bondcharge.com/Benny. Use code Benny to save 15%. Use code Benny to save 15%. Coverage today. Okay. I think I will leave you with a funny video. Why don't we leave with a why don't we leave you with a funny video, and maybe some good news. President Trump announced a permanent ceasefire with Iran yesterday. That's good. The markets are saying that Trump will announce the end of military operations in Iran by...
My neighbor hasn't been to a gas station in 4 months. I thought he was...
June skyrockets. May it skyrockets. Would really like to see it done. What kind of... I mean, I have stated very consistently on the show, and I'm going to be interviewing Tom Homan tonight from the administration, that I want the focus on domestic policy issues. And we're going to talk about some of those domestic policy wins tonight with the immigration and deportation numbers, which are good, which are exceedingly good, which are the best they've been in my entire life. But you got to be able to wrap up foreign entanglements. So lock it in, ladies and gentlemen. Hope for the best for the Trump administration. I'm going to read the verse of the day, and then why don't you play all of these Ilhan clips, because they're really funny. Ilhan Omar got trolled, and while I have to head to the airport, Ilhan Omar getting trolled is just the funniest thing ever. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Please trust in the Lord with all your heart. You're not going to get life. I don't get life. I don't understand. I don't understand how Ilhan Omar can have a fake...
That's enough for that video. Alabama, what's good, brother? How you doing today? You able to unmute?
Big dog, I don't know how long I'll be able to hang out with you, man. But I'll chime back in.
I got you. Shout out my brother Alabama, handling business. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed those videos that I reviewed. What I've seen basically is foreigners getting tired of foreigners talking about foreigners, but those foreigners don't want to acknowledge that we're the Aboriginal people of America. They want to talk about their founding fathers. You know what I mean? But niggas is the founding fathers of America, not the white people. But that's what I've seen with that Benny Johnson. Foreigners complaining about foreigners, talking about a melting pot, still looking past the nigga in America. When they consider themselves citizens, when you left, your people left their land. You're a citizen of that last land you left, not of America. But they all want to be Americans and take over, the rights of the real Americans, who is the niggas. But yeah, man.
Big dog, if you start there, if you're lying about that, what aren't you lying about?
Shout out to Haru, the copper color guy. I got you.
So it's my bad. So it's saying that it's about the genetics, like, cause we stay left out of certain things, so you already see what it is. That spacesuit, huh? I mean, well, we had the perfect suit for this Earth. You know what I'm saying? For this atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? But that DNA is a motherfucker, man. And DNA are one and the same, huh? Look, look, ain't DNA kind of like the glue, the plug that holds it together? What is one of the most famous sandwiches? I love it. Peanut butter and jelly. Let's go, huh?
And I think the other videos that I reviewed, the this one right here, the gatekeepers blocking reparations. These politicians.
Once in a lifetime opportunity to grab a true 16 terabyte ultra large capacity,
These
1,000
politicians are the gatekeepers. They're the ones that blocking reparations. The ones that you voting for. They're the ones that blocking reparations. Yeah, not that one. That's my music. This one right here. The one my brother Poison Pupper gave us. This one right here. Bring it right back up.
Because you cannot get reparations without putting people in office that's going to pay them.
Great point, Rev. So let's put the people you support in office so they can pay reparations.
Support reparations?
Look, I mean, since I haven't spoken on this, got a chance. Number one, the reason we're the country we are is because of immigration. We've been able to cherry pick the best from every single continent. The people who come here have determination, resilience. They are ready to stand up and work like the devil. We have 24 out of 100 children in our school today is Hispanic. The idea that we are going to walk away and not provide every opportunity for them is...
Pause.
Go ahead, brother.
Gifted. First of all, is
have determination, resilience. They are...
Hey, well, they should let you bring that Washington Redskin back now, right? Since you are the official Redskin, my brother. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Slide out on that green machine too. Why won't you? Let's go, huh?
mic check, mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
man.
hear you,
Go ahead.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, there's a lot there to unpack. Before we go back to the Irish criminal, the Catholic president, who said America is doomed and you niggas better get ready to work, not with, but for Hispanics. Benny Johnson and any other white degenerate bastard, first of all, the so-called founding fathers they want to claim, we're going to have to get to the bottom if they were mulattoes, Negropeans, or melanated folk. That's first. Secondly, they were not Christians. They were deists. Third, they did not create a Christian nation or government. We are to be free from religion so that you're able to practice any religion. That's the First Amendment. To freedom of speech and freedom of religion means being free from government control and a government created religion. Can we start talking like that instead of spouting bullshit like this cracker? Who, by the way, is a down low. I'm not going to go into the pause of that. His wife is his beard. Now, regardless of whether or not that colors, pun intended, the commentary coming out his mouth, so-called white Christians, by definition, are liar, cheats, thieves, and murderers. By definition, by their own estimation. The doctrine of discovery is one statement, and it's three papal bulls. I wish people would stop being ignorant. It is dum diversus, inter cateris, Romanus pontifex. And the tagline of the agenda is convert or die. In my language, get the nigger. Now, who is the Confederation all over the world coming where? Other than here, where are everyone over to Copper? Is that Copper Draco? Name me someplace else where everybody in the world is trying to get to. And when they get here, they all tell the same lie this Benny Johnston bastard said. That they built the shit. Even the goddamn so-called red man Native American who they claim walked across the land bridge said they found shit here. Did they not, big dog? And the shit they found, they don't know who the hell built it, but they didn't build it.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, can we stop dealing with the bullshit? And by the way, this degenerate bastard, the Irish Catholic criminal, the Delaware state has all the corporations registered in the world, not just in this criminal enterprise called the United States government. Other foreign countries are registered corporations in Delaware. Did you know that, big dog? And he was the longest serving criminal representative of the state of Delaware. But he said America is doomed. And what did he mean by saying America is doomed? Because the white man's penis ain't working. The birth rate of the pale degenerates is less than their death rate. They are trying to incorporate themselves with the same idiot niggas that they hate. And as far as the Southern Poverty Law Center is concerned, that's one white person backing another white person. Are you surprised? The Union backed the white criminals in the Confederacy, didn't they, big dog? So what's news? One white degenerate in bed with another white degenerate, all out to get the nigga. And I yield.
Philly,
And
hey,
let's not
I
forget
gotta
one last
run,
thing about
but
Hey,
reparations.
that's
thank
what
you
I've been
for
saying
allowing
Biden
me.
all morning.
and Bernie Sanders. Didn't Bernie
Go ahead,
Sanders says reparations was problematic? Isn't that a Democrat that Negroes, well, he claims he's independent. But didn't Bernie Sanders, when asked, when he ran for president about reparations, said it was problematic? But it ain't problematic for funding a foreign government since 1948, right? They can find money for the small hats. But anytime you talk about Negroes, it's a problem. Y'all got it.
Yeah, I'm here, man. Yeah, I was about to shut this down real quick. I was just reviewing the videos we looked at. We looked at gatekeepers blocking reparations, Trump panics, left wings funding KKK. Those were the two videos we reviewed, man. I hope y'all enjoyed those videos. You know, keeping the channel active. You know, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, Alabama. We on for our regular schedule. You talk to the people, the brothers and sisters.
As best as I can suggest, big dog, I'll get back with you.
All right, good brother. You want to close and say anything, man? Yeah, I got you. Let me shout out the chat. We're going to close it out with some music like we always do. And I will be back tomorrow. Where's my music? Oh, hold on. I got to do something. My brother Enemies Public sent me a video.
He's trying to scam my boy on his property. Look, it's the second time he came around.
Let me play this video, my brother Enemies Public. I almost forgot about it. Shout out my brother Nasir. I think it's this one.
I'm talking about he trying to get him.
I came to do inspection of the house.
Ain't no inspection. You don't own the house. Get out of here. You don't own nothing.
You know, this is a court order.
Like, get court order.
He must vacate.
No, get out of here.
We keep tagging us.
We real good. We good. It's all up. Just how we respect our trauma. That's it. We good. It's all good. It's all good.
Hi. Yes. I just want to say that the black community, and I think I speak for every single black person in the black community, is that we are fed up. Everyone wants us to be calm when it's our blood that is shedding on these streets. This is unacceptable. You need not be a genius to know to push an individual out of a wheelchair. What bothered me the most was how comfortable these men were in being disrespectful to the men in my community. The men in our community are good enough to go to jail, and other people don't go to jail. Daniel Penny didn't go to jail. Daniel Pantaleo didn't go to jail. But Trayvon Martin is dead, and now we keep being disrespected. We are all here. We keep saying, let's live in peace, let's live in peace. You want us to live peacefully when you keep doing us harm. We're losing our homes because of a lot of these people from the Jewish community are stealing our deeds, and nothing is happening. You're hurting our black men. Stop. You're leaving me vulnerable. This is wrong on every single level. Stop asking me to be quiet and to suffer peacefully. I can't suffer peacefully. Arrest these men, send them to jail, and let us live. You're gentrifying Brooklyn. You're making it hard for us to live, and you want us to come here and smile and hold hands and say kumbaya. We're not gonna say kumbaya.
Look what they're doing now. Hardly in the media. 700,000 people in Lebanon been forced out of their homes by Israel. 700,000. Imagine you being forced from your homes. Oh, and they've only killed what, a couple of hundred? They're going to steal. They're going to be trying to steal more land in Lebanon. They're going to escalate this war. And I'm concerned that there's going to be a nuclear war.
Well, Trump has started a catastrophe that he now can't seem to get out of.
Deed theft, where homeowners are essentially tricked out of their properties, has been a pervasive problem for a few years now. And now this group is rallying outside the governor's office, demanding that she do something about it.
My father and I worked really hard. We scraped and we saved and we purchased our home legally and legitimately.
Rachel Cyprian was shaking mad as she spoke with us outside the governor's office about the devastating impact of her 15-year fight to reclaim ownership of her Brooklyn home following deed theft.
It leads to homelessness. It leads to depression. It leads to all sorts of failures. Here we are, black people, in this country now for over 400 years, and we're constantly starting from square one.
Deed theft is when a property's title is transferred away from the rightful owner, generally due to deceptive or predatory tactics. Frequently, the targets are seniors and communities of color.
What do we want? And when do we want it?
Now, Brooklyn City Councilman Chio Say is pressing the governor to put a moratorium on evictions where there's a deed theft case pending or being investigated.
We are pleading to the governor, to the head of the state, to do right by all of us, to do right by black New Yorkers, and to do your job.
During the moratorium, Chio Say and other elected leaders are demanding legislative fixes, like more support for homeowners in eviction court, special investigative units inside district attorneys' offices, a public database of shell companies associated with deed theft, and more. In response, a spokeswoman for the governor's office did not mention an immediate moratorium, but said the governor has taken a number of steps to push back against deed theft. Quote, no New Yorker should be cheated out of the opportunity to keep their home, which is why Governor Hochul has proposed $40 million in her state budget for the Homeowner Protection Program, and why she has led the way in enacting strong protections to empower homeowners and crack down on illegal deed theft. But advocates say they will press on for more reform and that immediate moratorium.
Moratorium now! Moratorium now!
Governor Hochul, it is now at your door. What are you going to do
to keep black families in their home. That's it. That's all I want to hear about.
Between 2014 and 2023, there have been roughly 3,500 complaints of deed theft in New York City alone. So we will continue following these proposals and continue to follow up with the governor's office and councilman's office as this moves forward. In Midtown, Henry Rossoff, Pix 11 News.
Property fraudsters look for vulnerable homes.
So basically, to review the videos that we looked at the FDA brother, Benny Johnson videos. Let me go to my watch later. The gatekeepers. Let me share my watch later, then I'm out of here, man. I gotta get ready for Vegas. I got 3 more days of practice before time to get in there. Like I said, these are the videos that we reviewed. Gatekeepers are blocking our reparations. They stole her house. Trump panics. Panic Trump indicts left-wing group for funding the KKK. I think those are all the videos we reviewed today, man. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Shout out to OG Green Machine. Good seeing you. Did sacrifice. Today you can dig it. Poison Puppet. E-Town, Texas. Coppertone, the last Dundada. My brother, the last Dundada, snuck in on me. Mac V Productions. Who else came through? Anthony Lowe was good. Much love and respect to my brother Anthony Lowe. Haru the Copper Guy. Leonard Robertson. Michael Harris. D. Allen Warren. Rodney Williams. Appreciate everybody that came through. Keith Lamont. My brother Nasir, Enemies Public. Latrell. Make sure I got everybody. Casino. Diamond Girl. Shout out to everybody. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. Go to the bottom. Like I said, I'm keeping the channel active, man. We're about networking over here, getting the information out. If you got anything you want me to promote, email me. Let me do our promotions real quick. Where they at? Here go one.
Welcome to Hampton's Electronics and Printing Solutions. Here where we have custom labels, business cards, banners, booklets, and flyers. Anything copying and computer repair that you need, we can handle it. We specialize also in printing out a custom flag if you need a flag. We have custom yard signs if you need a yard sign. If you step on in, we also do business cards. Business cards for you. Your custom business is what we're looking for. We have booklets if you're into writing a book, a little notepad, anything like that that you need printed, we can help you out. See, we have different labels to fit any type of label that you need to wrap around or stick on the item that you have. We have labels for your needs.
Shout out
we have brochures that you need printed out. We can print out your brochure. If you are trying to print out a magazine, we have the paper that you need to print out your magazine. If you want your barcode put on anything, we can help you with your barcode. All you have to do is contact us at Hampton's Electronics and Printing Solutions.
Let me pause it right there.
Sure that you need printed out.
That's the fire stick right there, the net go. Right there. Let me go back. Get y'all Fire Stick, man. Stop paying that cable bill. Get with my brother Bridge 3 TV and save some money. You get all the free, everything on regular TV, get that. You get all the pay-per-views, man. Get y'all Fire Stick. Dial my man number, Bridge 3 TV, and get y'all Fire Stick, man. Shamaka Essentials. Check out their sister website, man. Check out the sister website, man. We're about networking and promote, man. You got business you want me to promote? Email me. Text me, call me. You know what I mean? Check out the sister, all natural products. Handmade, all natural. She's on YouTube, she on TikTok. And here go our website right here, man. Here go the website right there. Here go our contact information. Check out the sister products, man. Get y'all a copy of Enemy's Public White book called Fire, man. Fire 1 and 2. Get your book by Angel A. Stop calling. Stop calling me black. The genocide of the American Aborigine. Get y'all Bibblers, man. You got something you want to promote? Email me. Text me. We're about networking over here. Everybody sub up to everybody channels, man. Everybody sub up to everybody channels, man. My brother Poison Puppet putting the information in the chat. Get y'all a copy of Fire, Who You Calling Black by Angel A. The genocide of the Aboriginal Americans, the Bibblers. Bridge 3 TV, man. I got you, truth over everything. Good. Glad you said something in the chat, man. Much love to you and the family. I modded you up, man. D-Sacrifice, Poison Puppet, E-Town. E-Town, who else came through? Truth Over Everything, D. Allen Warren, Haru. Today, Can You Dig It? OG Green Machine. So I appreciate everybody that tapped through, man. You know, like we like to say, with the information, eat the fruit, spit out the seed, man. Eat the fish, make sure you get that bone out of there, man. Nobody told y'all they love y'all today. OG and his family love y'all, man. Like I said, I'm keeping the channel active. We're about networking and growing. Thank you for the recent growth. The channel is growing. And thank you for y'all support, man. If y'all have a platform, I definitely come over there and support your platform, man. You know, like I like to say, power to the motherfucking people, man. Yes, sir. One state over. Mac V. Much love, brother. Poison Puppets, you already know, man. Y'all have a good evening. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, man. Peace.